feeling in our souls. Let's proceed. Welcome. Session number 8.
8.
Yeah, I guess right this time. Session number 8 of Calenites in Barovia, the Curse of Strahd. When last we left our heroes, it wasn't too long ago. I believe it was sometime in the morning.
Because it was a day for the execution of the vampires, I think.
Yes.
It's the festival day.
Yes, I think it might be 9 a.m. right now. 9 a.m. at St. Andrew's Church. You had a bit of an agreement with formerly known as Rictavio, von Richten. He agreed to help you study the journal and to babysit the vampires for you while you go on your journey. In return, he wanted you to seek what you had deprived him the capacity to do, which was to find out the truth behind the Mardikovs and their relationship with the Ravens. Thanks to the quick thinking and to the very unique spell selection provided by Calenites' oath, you managed to ferret out a significant amount of information, leading you to discover that the Mardikovs are not completely as they appear. They have some deep intrinsic connection to the Ravens, and indeed, oftentimes are able to become Ravens.
Secret of the year.
It came to a pseudo confrontation because Rictavio had been looking for allies this entire time, so he outed himself as somebody that was wholeheartedly against Strahd to the Mardikovs, and one by one each of you revealed your own motivations behind your writing. We had Sadie, who believes that, who is of the firm belief that there lies evidence in this realm that will that he will be able to bring home to use against. Did you say who already? You revealed already who? Against his father. Banya wishes to take from this realm the power to fight back or to strike down the powers with whom he had already struck a deal with in the prime material, which would make a lot of sense because it makes not a lot of difference to you, to Banya specifically. If he leaves here, he's just in more trouble. So it's just one bad situation to another if he doesn't come up with something. So Calien expressed her wholehearted desire to bring peace to the land, and Esbel, what did Esbel say?
I will go home.
Just wants to go home. All right. We are going to pick up right there. Right after that, Erwin Mardikov gave a little bit of advice to each of you, sort of letting you know where he stood with it. He believes and entrusts fully Calien, who he believes is rather pure-hearted, and perhaps her alignment either matches or appeals to him, and so he offered her a place among his order if she should decide to leave you folk. Esbel, he told outright that he could not trust her, but he did recommend a path for her if she should choose a way out that would not concern her dealing with Strahd or with Madame Eva. What did he tell Banya?
I'm sorry?
What did he tell Banya?
He says that he's on the fence with Banya, but I remember rolling persuasion high enough for him to...
Because he can sense your fear.
Right.
And he's worried that just...
the fear
you'll
be
sway.
aligned. So, for as long as I'm afraid of the right thing, so to speak.
Okay. So he tells you that you are on the same side for now, but he's more worried that as soon as you're put under enough pressure, you might be liable to switch sides. He can't entirely trust you. What did he tell Sadie? wasn't trust, but more of just get out of each other's way sentiment.
Your persuasion too, I think.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, so he said that he would point you in the right directions if you so desired. He has some information to share with you, perhaps about times past. Might aid in your investigation, so to speak. But for now, you're sort of left in the conundrum of what to do. Among the obvious choices, there lies the pursuit of the cards. Madame Eva laid out a prophecy in front of you. The same prophecy that was given out to the Felfair. The very same reading, the very same cards that popped up. And these are the tools by which the Felforge will have the opportunity to strike at Strahd. Will even have a chance at victory. And these are tools that, because her mandate to you was that you aid the Felforge and get them back into the fight. And after that, you're part of the bargain is done, supposedly. Once they're back up and running and they've got what they need to fight them, as far as she's concerned, you can leave at that opportunity if you want. Thus, she gave you the cards to seek out.
I didn't think like that as well.
Vasily von Holtz, however, a genealogist, a court, perhaps a courtesan of Strahd, perhaps, appeared to you personally after your interference with the possible attack on St. Ambrose that you thwarted. And he told you that you were in the way. He told Esbel and Calgan straight up that you were in the way, and that neither you nor Strahd want you here. So if you will do a little bit of something for Strahd, then he is more than happy to let you walk out of his realm. And the mandate that he gave you was slay the Felforge. And once that act is complete, you are free to go as you please. He said he'll come back to you and he'll be in touch, but he asked that you think about it. On the third option, some of the data that you've managed to gather, some of the clues, sort of point at this ancient temple. Both Erwin Marnikov and the journal of Roman Valakovich,
Right.
the foreigner wizard married into the Valakovich family, the great grandfather of Victor.
Did you mention the mountain?
It seemed to allude at a temple of lost knowledge.
Okay. I didn't catch
That's the name, or
No,
it's just a description of the
just a
temple
description.
of lost knowledge.
So Erwin Marnikov tells you that this temple exceeds the age of Barovia itself. That it has existed since before Barovia was called Barovia, before the coming of Strahd, before any of the Barovians migrated here. Because essentially all of the Barovians are, if you can think of in terms of Alexander the Great, whenever he conquered a place, he brought his people to populate it. So Barovians are actually, the bloodlines of Barovians date back to Strahd's own home realm before he even conquered Barovia.
Oh wow, okay.
So
And they screwed.
it's older than the indigenous peoples of Barovia. If you want to know how, you might ask perhaps either the storytellers, the gypsies, the
Pistani.
Pakistani, or you could ask the Dust Elves. But he alludes to this temple as some place of great power that even Strahd on occasion visits.
On occasion?
He has mentioned that Strahd has visited it,
Oh.
Yeah.
and that he visits every so often. And so it's something that perhaps even he desires things from. And that is sort of the third path that's been presented to you. And those three are the most obvious ones, and then your own variations on whatever you can think of in between. all of that can also apply. So at this moment, Erwin has left you to talk a little bit with Von Richten about perhaps Von Richten is sort of grilling him on whatever information Erwin is willing to give out, and exchanging information about who they are and what they've been doing here, sort of catching up on possible allies.
Does he reveal his true appearance?
Yeah, eventually, about 10 minutes in, he drops the Rictavio guys to return to his old man Von Richten. And
You go, Rudolph.
yeah, so they're talking futsal. Meanwhile, Irina and Father Lucian and Shori cleaning the church, getting ready for the next mass, and you are sort of left to your own devices for the moment. Proceed.
I will just go to Shuri and I will leave him as much reading notes as I can. Before telling him I'm going to go.
Okay.
Aww.
He looks up at you with mournful eyes, but he doesn't cry or quiver, and it seems you can go ahead and make an exit.
Grab myself in.
Let's shit right now.
18.
Okay. You can see that this is obviously an event that is somewhat tragic for him. However, he takes it with all the stoicism of the Barovians, and that they know that the other shoe is always just waiting for them. So when he receives this news from you, it is not completely unexpected for him.
So young.
But he just nods his head and he thanks you for the notes. For the notes that you've given. Gives you a brief hug, and you might perhaps hear a little bit of a whimper before he stands back, and then his face is blank once more, and he goes into the back room to put away the notes that you've given him before returning to clean the church.
I just returned the hug and just tell Father Lucian, if ever you're in need of an acolyte, or someone who leads the grace,
He says,
my son will be around.
well, if he grows up big and strong, perhaps he will replace the grave digger that I've recently lost.
He seems up for greater things because he can read.
Because I will take him under my wing and see perhaps if he can make if the morning Lord service is something for him.
I just thank him and I go about my day.
I
don't have any hobbies.
I recall though that you asked
I asked the Mordecai's to keep an eye on him.
to keep up with his reading lessons, I think. And
Then I
you gave her 30 gold for reading lessons.
Steady.
Basically.
Just
Danica, you told Danica that you were going to that you wished for her to help assist in his reading lessons. Okay.
I'm gonna go college.
and for like college money.
You gave her like 30 gold.
Trust fund.
Trust fund. College education.
Child support.
He's the only kid we managed to save.
It's a good thing I didn't save two, that would have been 60 quid.
One visits us still in your dreams.
So you
I feel like I'm just gonna ask straight out.
Are we within earshot of
Oh yeah.
Erwin?
What is our current placement?
Erwin is engaged with Rictavio right currently, so you're absolutely you're to yourselves.
I'll say he's off talking to his son, giving him the big boy card. Ladies, now that we have our proverbial cards on the table,
Okay.
feel like sharing your plans? What about you, Stargate? Then?
curious about the temple, but seems far off. I, I suppose if Madame Eva says she can get us home, I guess we can do our thing and have the fell forged, and then hopefully she can transport us to back to where we came from. The Vistani are supposedly free to come and go as they please.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
Okay. I'm just wondering, since Madame Eva is against Strahd, then I don't know, maybe maybe Strahd might have his eyes on her as well. Well, we don't know if he already detects her as a defector or something, but and if I remember correctly, they keep saying that no one leaves the plane, no one leaves this place without Strahd knowing. Is that correct? Yeah, I'm just wondering if
That's the hearsay, I think.
yeah. So I'm just wondering if so in case Strahd has someone tailing or spying on Madame Eva, then like once we help her with what she told us, then
That will be on us.
yeah, and then I don't know, maybe we'll get when we try to leave, then something will stop us from leaving. Just a worst case scenario, I suppose.
But consider this vampire that you have been that started negotiations with you said that we were Vaseline, said that we were in the way.
That's true.
And if that were true, then as an inconvenience to Strahd, Madame Eva should have had more trouble bringing us in if he were truly able to police what's coming in and out. If it's Madame Eva speaking, considering she already brought us in,
And maybe she can bring us out anyway.
only because she's already managed to do it. I am less inclined to believe anyone else to say when they say that they're able to, because we don't really have anything to hold to their word.
Did Madame Eva say that she brought us here?
Right, I think so.
Did
At the very beginning.
She says that you have been brought here. She always worded it as you have been brought here to complete the process.
maybe
I
she's a
did
powerful
assume. She brought
singer.
it. Right.
Maybe she.
We have been brought here, and suddenly although that would be a really great con if we were just brought here randomly, and then
Oh my
Madame
God.
Eva was the one giving us orders. So we were just led to assume that she was the one. But still,
But yeah, she's probably.
I'm more
not.
inclined to believe the old lady than the vampire who is really trying to kill us and then kill this old folk. And let's not forget, Madame Eva is having us help the Felforged who are going to do the fighting
Yes.
for everybody, including us. We have to kill the Felforged. Who knows how hard that might be? So as far as we're concerned, we're going to help people and gather
People who are like a
us.
pain in the ass for
We're
Strahd.
already also carrying one of them around.
Yeah.
Oh right.
I mean, someone
She's
is pretty
good.
as Arena Bachelor too. I can tell. I'd like to think of a pretty okay judge of character, right? She's a pretty good person as far as they go. She's not crazy for one.
Who's not?
Irina.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The good father is also a pretty good person. I mean, he's taking in kids. Anyway, between killing the Felforge and looking for objects of possible power to help fellow foreigners, you tell me which is looking more appealing. What about you, pretty redhead lady?
The Felforge is what, 2 days away?
Which one is 2 days away?
The Felforge?
Assuming the saga doesn't get to them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's with the
I don't think I told you yet.
what?
What?
Now imagine the bakers all three of them.
Alright, they're like
Okay.
ads, right?
Right,
I
right.
don't know
You
much
have
about
daughters and you have the mother.
So
Now,
the Morganta's the
that's-
mother?
Yes.
Mm.
Now imagine Baba Lysaga several notches above. Because you have the basic hierarchy. You have her mother, aunts. The older they are, the worse they are.
So Baba is
Baba
Pretty
is.
fucking bad.
great.
Pardon my
Yeah,
What?
is it
Pardon my so
great? Great.
That's not
Yeah.
fucking bad.
Okay.
That doesn't.
Alright.
Okay. But the Felforge are headed in that direction? Is that correct? Is that what Erwin said?
they do say that they had the
To the tower.
head of the Dusk Elves with them. I don't
He's
know.
a concept wolf.
I don't know how.
Was that Seigi?
Oh, hey, you're here. Here to join us.
Seigi making fun?
I think the place is getting too
I've always
low.
been making puns.
I think I'd rather stare at Doll's face than the man smiling, but
Maybe we can catch up to the Felforge before they reach Baba's lair, and then we
they
can just
gotta
be
know
all.
what they're up to.
They what?
The what?
They gotta know what they're up to. Or
Maybe if they're with a Dusk Elf, then maybe the Dusk Elf would know more about Barovia than.
Yeah.
unless they were leading them there without him. I don't know.
Who's
One
the
of them
last
died,
sighting of-
so I'm not sure I really believe in their abilities. The place really gets to me.
So you seem to be leaning on going
Yeah.
after the Felforge, right?
So we after
Also
we
consider we are so close to finding one
Yeah.
little girl.
So, assuming we find the cards and then we go to the Felforge, so we have to go back and look for Madame Eva. I'm just assuming that would be the, or like, would she know if we've done it already? Well, I guess it's safer.
We have the Dusk We have Arabelle. It would suck so bad if she wasn't the card all this fucking time, but Arabelle, the Dusk Elf, what
Felforge.
other, the Felforge, what other cards did we...
Evil's Bride.
Evil's
It's
Bride.
with us
weapon.
already.
The weapon.
The weapon.
Yeah, it's just the weapon that's kind of hazy at the moment.
We don't know where it is. It's kind of far off.
But the stone is alive.
Where the stone is alive.
So it's alive.
If we still want to, if you guys still want to like go in that direction, wherever we only know of Abby. I actually don't know if my character knows that. But anyway,
We also did find out that, thanks to pretty redhead lady who talks to birds and gets answers from them, that the mad mage is alive. They might know something.
Yeah.
Of all the places that we might be traveling to,
They might also know the whereabouts of the Felforge right now.
that's one thing. You know,
who are the Mad Mage?
The Night
Where
Mage
is-
and the Felforge.
I can talk
Where
really
was
fast,
the
but I
last-
don't think I can talk really him.
Lake Marathon.
How
Lake
far?
Zarvik.
How so
Mount
Mount
Baratok.
Baratok, Lake Zarvik. How far is that from you?
Lake
Back to where we
Zarvik,
came.
you came from there.
I took a dip there to some question.
So
when
and
you-
then the last
When you
sighting
met
of the
with, when you first met with Madame Eva, where it was on the shore, Lake Zarvik.
okay, then that
I woke up in the lake.
You were swimming?
Sounds like
They fished
the general
they fished me
area.
out. It
Lake
was
Zarvik.
Mount
it was,
Baratok is just on the opposite shore.
Oh, really?
Shit, so maybe the mage is all the way over there. That is that far? Do we have a map? Oh, and then the Felforge are 2 days away. Maybe
South, in the
the
opposite direction.
Oh my god.
so I mean if you wanna hit or if you wanna, that's a lot of.
Split the port.
Yeah, actually, that might be.
I go with the arena.
That what? That is what?
This is an option.
Oh my god.
That's how we die.
In Barovia.
It's fine. We've been doing it for a few sessions now, so
I say,
not gonna
I
hurt.
say,
It's
maybe
not gonna hurt.
as well
Just
says,
a blizzard or whatever spell
As well
that
says, the mage is not as promising as the Felforge, I would say. I mean, some say he's alive, but some say he's
I see. Is
insane.
He a card?
You want more
Card, right?
information?
He's not.
Just information from
Well, if you just
the
want more
maiden.
information, the Bardicals, I mean, Erwin saw them come and go, and
Yeah.
Rictavio,
It seems
Von
like the
Rickman
map
advised
is really
some of
far
his
away.
troops.
Some of whose troops?
Troops?
Yeah, the Mad Mage, before he was mad. He led a revolution against...
Oh, right.
Oh.
I'm not even sure exactly what kind of information we need from the Mad Mage. I just feel like he's...
He was the last closest that
To
anybody's got to beating Strahd. He got all the way up and then soloed Strahd. Yeah.
Do you wanna maybe...
He split the...
Split the party. That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Maybe we
Take
can...
note, guys.
Oh!
I don't see looking for the Mad Mage in the near future if he's all the way in Lake Zarevich and on the other side of the lake from the Vistani camp since it's near the... But maybe if he was... if he somehow ended up near here, I don't know. Is he... Who said that he was... Who said that there were sightings? And how accurate
The
were
Raven.
those? The Ravens?
I know, I think it was the Ravens who said that... Was it the Ravens who said that the Mad Mage was still alive? Wait, I have
There
to...
have been sightings of him. Irina says.
Irina says.
From the very beginning, she says that it's rumored that he's still alive because people see him. And I think one of you asked Erwin, and then Erwin said that there have been sightings of him.
The Ravens also did say, the Mad Mage alive, yes. Where? There. Points to North Gate.
Yeah.
So confirming Irina's rumors, sort of.
Okay, do you guys want to stay and look for him?
Another concern
The
of
Mad
mine...
Mage?
Yeah.
Maybe let's just put that aside for
Okay.
now.
We
I
can-
guess the closest one is Arabelle.
Arabelle.
We're not exactly sure where he is. I'm a
Oh,
little
shit,
iffy with
Arabelle.
depending on Victor, because he's a
Victor.
bit... Who knows what that... I don't know, the day of the festival and all, Zeb might be busy, he might be really itching to get out of... It just feels like timing how to speak with him would be important. Just me. The kid's kind of old. Speaking of Victor though, I remember with the whole reason why we bargained with Von Richten with the Martikovs is so that he could study the journal and watch the vampires.
So we never gave him the chance because we just taken it.
Did he have the journal?
No,
Dude,
Oh, okay. Did I
you were
get
studying it last night.
between babysitting the vampires and Null? Did I manage to glean anything from that?
I already told you everything that you found out.
Alright. I think this bargain's a bargain. I'll look for a chance between his conversation with Erwin, and I'm going to give him the
How
journal.
indeed, how are we going to? If Arabelle is within a 10-kilometer radius, that could be in any direction.
15.
Oh, 15?
Who knows if it might just lead us straight to Mount.
Or it could be south.
Yeah. I mean, our best hope is also south because that's where the Felforge are. If we're going to
It's kind of like gambling. Arabelle plus whichever, or it might lead us east or west, even completely off tangent.
So what do we pursue first?
I guess,
Do we have any business left here apart from, I suppose, Arabelle?
Standing over the vampire.
vampires because we have to
Yeah.
see them
Otherwise,
burn.
the bakers are gonna come in.
So that the
Alright.
Burgomaster doesn't
Alright.
ask for those pastries.
Okay.
Okay, first we can deliver.
Yes.
I kind of do want to make my way back into the Burgomaster's mansion.
Okay.
This is just me thinking about it. I want to see if I can try taking a piece of that mirror.
If you can what?
Take a piece of the mirror with the
Oh.
man of letters. Because I doubt we'd be going back. I mean, if we smuggle Victor out, I doubt we'd be welcome back.
Alright, sure. Take note of it. So yeah. Sure. A break, a piece of
I'll just see if
7
there's
years
a-
bad luck. No, I'm kidding.
I think I've had my share.
What's
You're
7
maxed out,
more?
man. You're
Kota
maxed
na,
out.
kota
What's
na.
I don't
Seven
live for
more,
very
right?
long.
Okay.
And I have pissed off enough people.
Alright. Seiki, what's your opinion? Your take on...
I think I saw your son and sniffling a little.
Yeah.
Regardless of where we go, we are going to be carrying two individuals, one of them particularly thin.
Alright.
So-
We are taking Rina with us. Is that
Yes, that also means Strahd will be eyeing us the entire time.
Oh, that's true. He'll be eyeing us very
right? Yeah,
But
exactly.
that may be a good thing for forces against Strahd, conspiring against Strahd behind his back. Things have gone south, so I feel like south is the way to go.
what do you think about looking for Arabelle? Or do you wanna like go south immediately?
I don't particularly trust that kid to
Which
take
one?
us.
The Arabelle.
No, Victor.
Oh, Victor.
I don't particularly trust that kid to take us to where we need to go. If anything, it might land us somewhere we don't want to be in.
I guess I don't know. I don't know anything much about magic. His thing, his circle
I would
is kind of.
at least the one with certainty. Besides, the Morticubs are aware of the 15-foot radius that Arabelle might be in. Maybe they can find her for us.
Who can? Him.
If he's outside.
If they have access to the ravens, right? Or
That's true.
we wait it out. We wait it out. We hand over our vampires. We wait for the ravens to spot her, and then we go after her.
Didn't I ask already where Arabelle is? From the
They
Ravens.
pointed to the house,
Yeah, they did.
which is why
That's
so
where
they
they-
don't know that she's out of the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right.
where they
So
last
if
saw
they make a
her.
scan now,
Alright.
we wait it out.
That's-
They make a scan.
True, I guess rather than expending ourselves, but not. So wait it out.
Unless
we're not
if
doing
Irwin is
anything.
willing, we can for Kabistan.
We can party.
I mean, the one that
I can
was
ask. I'll try.
the
I
most
say-
iffy with the Bistani was Von Richten.
Everyone's iffy with
Even
us.
Mordecai.
Oh,
Even-
even but
yeah.
they let the Bistani party in there, right?
They're
They don't
generally.
But Vistani or not, Arabelle may be a part. So
Maybe if it were also if Madame Eva is against Strahd and the Martigals are against Strahd, maybe it would be sort of in their interest to help Arabelle if she aids against Strahd. Yeah, that kind of logic.
Oh, well, sorry, what if?
If the Martigals are against Strahd, Madame Eva is against Strahd, and Arabelle were a means to fight against Strahd, maybe the Martigals would also
Yeah.
want to fight Arabelle.
Fine. All right.
Yeah.
So I feel
We could try.
I mean,
We
if
could
you
take the
guys,
first
I don't wanna head into some random portal that might just outright disintegrate us. So I recommend we wait it out with the Ravens, see if they can find the proper direction of Arabelle that we can take.
I guess a 15-foot radius is pretty big.
Though she's been missing a couple of days now.
No,
Yeah.
and she has a crazy lady with her.
Well, the clue is that the portal might have led to any point within 15 foot radius.
Yeah. And then after being missing for a couple of days, that means
3
she's
days
beyond
now, I
15,
think. It's a
probably.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
If anything, we can maybe save ourselves a trip if the Ravens are amenable. We can ask them to find either the little Vistani girl or the crazy lady who keeps screaming Gertruda.
Why do we need to look for the crazy
Because
lady?
there's a really good chance that she's in the same place Arabelle is. And that was a clue that Madame Eva provided. The child will be in the arms of madness. She's pretty mad when I last saw her.
Did you share that? Did you share that with the group already?
I think I did
That's the
when I
first
first
I
met
heard.
them.
So why don't you share it? You can re-share it now to refresh
Okay.
your memories.
Just a quick recap. One of the things that Madame Eva mentioned about the cards, the one about the Vistani child in particular, is that the child was in the arms of madness.
Yeah.
I can look up my exact notes.
Yeah, I think I
You remember that?
Yep.
I don't, but I believe your notes. So
But yeah, I remember that
crazy
line, the
lady.
arms of madness. Yeah, I
so
do.
they might be.
I actually thought that was why Arabelle had a really good chance of being in the Burgomaster's mansion.
Was the
Because-
crazy lady like really noisy? Is she like?
Oh, she's kept screaming Gertruda. Don't poke around her head if you have any spells like that. Ooh.
Did you put any spells like that? Did you like take a peek in her head?
I may have tried. I was trying to see if I could maybe help the lady. You know, she looked like she needed help. It was
What
just-
did you see?
Yeah, what did you hear?
You see Banya just go freeze for a second. His smile goes wooden for a couple of seconds.
Banya?
I think we lost him. Alright, let's. We can just talk. We'll wait it out. Oh, he's back.
So don't read anybody's heads while you're here. Not
Yes.
a good idea.
It seems so. Maybe.
Last time I tried, I woke up. I was
Maybe
in the
there should
wind.
Okay, sure. I guess we're
Here.
ready.
So
Just to, I can
But-
give a little synopsis. the tax collector, the missing child holds the key to treasure's release. Will be in the arms of. She will be
Sorry,
in
the
the
treasures,
the key to the treasure's release.
treasures release.
The missing child is Tristana, and she will be in the arms of madness. A wounded elf has what he seeks. He will part with the treasure to see his dark dreams fulfilled. The beggar will be among the dusk elves. We have a pretty good idea of what that is anyway. A place of dizzying heights, of the sword of sunlight. It may require blood and steel to appease. Evil's bride is the one we seek, and rarely are the brides of evil willing to wed to the dark prince, at least at first.
He's a first.
At first? So,
She's a fucking queen.
that's true, that's true. I mean, he could at least ask for consent. I don't think I should... the beast. Yeah, I just know that he's strong enough to hold the other thing that's after my hide in the other world with me.
Did Madam Eva say we have to get all the cards and
No.
bring it to the Felforge? But we have to bring them to the Felforge? Is that
Not
our understanding?
necessarily.
How,
Just collect them.
so we collect them and then
They are connected to treasures. I think those treasures
Okay.
might be items or
so what
knowledge
that will help the
Okay.
Felforge.
Right.
Okay, then I guess we should find this Arabella.
Alright. Okay, sure.
I hope she was smart enough to start escaping from this crazy lady. Everyone's all about how smart she is.
So let's approach Erwin, I guess, to request for the ravens to scan.
I think you should do the talking.
Yeah, alright.
I'm a little worried just because he's like you're talking with us right now and then he doesn't trust us, but I don't know. Anyway, we can give it a shot.
All things considered,
We've spent more time.
when it comes
Yeah.
right down to it, finding Arabelle helps in fighting against Strahd. Try to sell it that way, but don't tell them I'm trying to sell it that way. They might not appreciate it coming from me.
Yeah, sure, we'll approach Von Richten and Erwin.
Okay. So you approach Erwin, and then Rickard will Von Richten frees up, and then you approach him regarding your journal.
Right. I remember that he already mentioned that the teleportation circle was just really crappy, which is why it transported people to random places.
Pardon?
The teleportation circle that I tried to ask him about was very sloppily done, which is why it couldn't be fixed because he doesn't know where
It's supposed to go.
it's supposed to go.
Why is it the camp?
That's the only thing I remember gleaning from him.
Yeah.
Kasi
When you
it's
show
cool,
him
ano?
a minor illusion of the teleportation circle.
Right. Oh, I will
That didn't
get
come from the journal.
I will get in the journal then.
Okay, that's more of like a history. Like it's a memoir. It's a memoir rather than any sort of arcane text.
Where's the spellbook? So the spellbook is with the kid.
Yeah, because he was supposed to study it for
Okay.
our heading out.
Trip.
I would like to, I
No.
not, oh, say, okay, but
Ah.
I'll use the bathroom.
So Erwin nods at your
Who's there?
approach. He excuses himself from Von Richten, who then engages with Vanya. He says, "Yes, red hair."
I say, Erwin, you could call me Callian. The party has decided to, although we're against Strahd, the party has decided to pursue one of, actually, Madam Ava's cards.
A prophecy of something. A reading.
A reading. Yes. Although I know that a lot of you, most of the Barovians do not really trust the Vistani, one of Madame Ava's readings is Felforge, and we know that this group would be important and they could be of great help for you to fight against Strahd because the vampires lurking in Balyaki, they attempted to make a deal with us that instead of saving the Felforge, the vampires told us that we should kill them instead because for their master Strahd, they seem to be a threat for him.
So his eyebrow shoots up. Really? And in which direction has your party chosen to go? And as you speak, he's reappraising each of your.
I'm playing with my glaive.
I say, we will pursue the cards, but at the same time, we will be careful with dealing with Madame Ava as well. And it seems like the Fellforge, being one of Madame Ava's in her visions. Since they are also carrying, or they're one of the cards, I think it would be best if we could, I guess, help each other out.
You and the Felford.
Yes, of course.
He says, Erwin says, I trust at least that Madame Eva is not one of our enemies. I at least know this much.
Yes, it seems her motives are she's also against Strahd.
He says, however, these Felforge, I do not know how much longer they may have left. They seemed quite battered when they passed through Balaki.
Oh, okay.
However, if you seek to pursue Madame Eva's prophecy, then I do not begrudge you of this. For certain, her readings will hold some measure of truth. It is not
Yes.
it is not her way to connive. However, you may not entirely enjoy what you seek what you find at the end of your pursuit. Fate is rarely kind to those who fulfill it in this realm.
Wow. Alright.
But if that is your desire, then what assistance do you seek in this matter?
One of Segi, one of our the one from our party, he suggested that if we may borrow your ravens to hopefully scan the area for a madman, or like a mad woman. Or Arabelle, sure, or for a missing child, Vistana.
Vistana, a lone Vistana should not be too difficult to find. They do not often travel alone. Do you know what she looks like?
There are no.
Do we?
We can ask. We can ask the burgomaster.
Didn't like Segi talk to like this
We only know that she's a child.
Oh, okay.
We
Alright.
don't know how she looks like.
I know that there was a we're talking about Arab.
Yes.
I know that one of the descriptions about her
Blonde?
was
Is she blonde?
I think she was.
I don't know. I'm remembering that someone said she was blonde, but I might be mistaken.
It's fair hair.
Okay.
I don't remember where I heard that from.
I think it may have been from what's the name of the Vistani lady you danced with? Matilda. Also that she was unusually smart for her age. I think that was one of the reasons why we clicked her as she must be the key that regards about the knowledge.
So you describe her as a fair-haired
Fair-haired
child.
child. Yeah.
Says, that seems a unique enough description, I suppose. I will ask the ravens to see what they can see.
Oh, did you mention Crazy Lady?
Yeah.
And a woman that has gone insane, unfortunately, is a little more common than
Oh.
fair-haired Vistani.
Okay.
However, I will attempt to seek. I will endeavor to ask the ravens to report to me if they see any.
Alright.
Okay.
And to aid Erwin with his ravens, I do tell the coordinates of the portal, which is like the 15-kilometer, and then tell them that Arabelle is already missing 2 days from that. So
they can
yeah,
gauge how
yeah.
far.
So yeah, exactly. So they can gauge.
15 kilometers.
Yes.
That will range all the way from the peak of Mount Barovia to almost the edge of
That far?
to almost the edge of Beres.
The edge of Venice.
What?
So how small is Barovia?
It's quite small. It's just one region.
So we can actually run Barovia.
Where was the last time you saw the screaming lady?
The only thing that causes your
On the
travel to
way-
be
Is the
difficult
woods?
On the way to
is
Valyaki.
woods.
The road
Because it
between Lake Zarovich and Valyaki.
occupies significant
On the way
spots
to
that people don't
Valyaki
travel
from
through, so
Lake
people go
Zarovich.
Circuitous routes.
How many?
around.
And then you met with us how many days? Like a day,
Tiny is
or just within that day, or the next day?
You see, right after I met with her, I sort of passed out. So when I woke up, she wasn't there anymore.
Oh, the big lady.
Sort of passed
I like
out.
this reveal.
Ah, that's
You forgot
very
about
not
that.
so- okay.
But I do recall that the lady was sighted before we arrived in Valyaki. She was invited to the Burgomaster's mansion.
Alright.
Birthday party.
So
I find it witches.
I'll tell Erwin to search the area
Meanwhile-
in the vicinity of Lake Zarovich, I guess. First, that direction.
You know, we
This
might
is small.
we might end up hitting two birds with one stone if it turns out that they are in Pixar.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Mad mage, mad
I
lady.
thank
Mad
Erwin
lady,
for his
yeah.
help.
Tiny
I
place.
mean, the arms of madness. The mad mage is basically mad.
Yeah, maybe Arabelle is with.
The Burgomaster's wife is pretty crazy.
So I said that crazy people are more common than
Yeah,
blonde
yeah, yeah.
stunning.
Blonde is
No,
not
at least
it.
we specify the blonde Vistana.
Yeah, the
blonde Vistana girl. So,
yeah.
2 days. 2 days.
so hopefully, okay. Okay, I'm just waiting for you
Yeah.
to finish.
I just thank Erwin for that.
I just want to ask Rictavio. He is still looking like Rictavio.
He dropped
No,
it.
He dropped it. He's
on
connected now. I just want to ask him if he has any insight as to why, especially if he has any insight as to why the Mad Mage failed, knowing he was so close to his goal.
He goes into thought a little bit. He says, the Mad Mage came with ambition. Pride was ultimately the source of his fall.
Hubris.
He was a mage powerful enough to serve as a demigod in his world.
Demigod, what?
He thought that perhaps that he might be able to challenge Strahd as equal.
Oh my god, demigod.
However, he
Oh my god.
had the mistake of underestimating the control that Strahd has over his world.
Over his plane,
Not strong enough. Oh my gosh, shit.
So
Sorry, what? He tried to?
he overestimated the amount of he underestimated the amount of control
But
Strahd
Strahd-
had over the plane. So it wasn't so much that the Mad Mage was challenging Strahd; he was also challenging
The plane?
the plane under Strahd. Is that what I'm getting? How it is?
Yeah, just that the Mad Mage perhaps was a demigod of his realm. I mean, strong enough to be a demigod of his realm.
But not.
But ultimately, he was not a planar creature. Basically,
Sure.
he had no control or influence over his plane. Just a typical strong adventurer, basically.
Yeah.
A very high level adventure, perhaps.
Yeah.
But not a being that controls the plane
Shit, that's
itself.
how strong Strahd is.
And then
Yeah.
he says, I knew that his plan was to sacrifice lives to get the opportunity to fight Strahd.
Oh man, that's so sad. Okay.
While many believed in him, and I knew that he possibly, perhaps, had a shot, I could not invest in him the entirety of my capabilities because I foresaw his downfall.
He foresaw his downfall.
Do you have any idea why he's alive, albeit mad, instead of dead?
A testament, perhaps, to his power.
So he was strong enough to escape with his life, even though he's still roaming the place. Insane.
Perhaps perhaps in the final battle he devised a method to escape himself. The man was capable of powerful magic, I'll admit. They whispered his name throughout throughout all of Barovia shortly before his assault on the castle. At that point, I knew that his doom was sealed. Strahd would never allow a man of such repute to survive his confrontation. He would have needed to be completely obliterated from the memories of men.
Including yours?
Including yours?
I'm wondering if considering the name was whispered everywhere, would Von Richten also remember the name?
Oh, no, so you asked him what his
I
name
asked
was?
him, do you...
I remember his name, yes. Mordecai.
What?
Mordecai.
Mordecai...
Whoa.
Does he have a code for some
What's his last name?
He made
has
the
this-
mention.
is this a product
Mordecai
plugin?
N-E-N?
Is this a product plugin?
Oh, nga eh.
Hashtag main release.
I'm not making that up. Mordecai is actually in TOS.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, he is pretty fucking strong. Would Vanya be aware of?
Probably not. He's from a different plane entirely. He's from the plane of Greyhawk.
Yeah, he's
Alright,
physically
alright.
a D&D master.
Yeah. Shit.
He has named spells now.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
actually.
he's one of those
Created
people.
those
He's created actual spells.
Yeah.
Mansion.
Create a mansion.
There we go. More than
For 24
Yeah, that he has a lot of spells.
Morgana's Faithful Hound, Morgana's Sanctuary,
Yep,
Morgana's
yep.
Mansion. Wonderful Mansion.
Yep, yep.
What kind of man was he apart from ambitious
Gonna
and
meet the
proud?
mascot.
He certainly was a man of, I'll admit, passionate righteousness. He believed that he could correct this plane with his own strength.
Notwithstanding their sacrifice of several people.
He certainly inspired the Barovians to fight for him. Not a feat, I believe, that is not to be discredited. It is quite difficult to arouse the Barovians
Yep.
Yeah.
out of their stupor.
True.
He gave them hope for a little bit. However, ultimately, Strahd used this against the people when he shattered
Damn,
when he
that
shattered
sucks so
Mordecai's
bad.
body against the rocks of the Castle Ravenloft.
Shit. But apparently he's still walking around alive. Wow.
I'm wondering, even if he were insane, for him to still be alive alone, I doubt that if Strahd wanted to go so far as to obliterate his name from memory, he would have probably wanted to finish the job completely. So why haven't the wolves or the beasts been able to kill the guy?
Probably as a remembrance.
You asking Octavio?
Yeah.
That's how long.
Von Richten
Yeah.
says it is not Strahd's way to merely slay a man.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay,
It's
alright.
a
I figured I'd
message.
ask.
To others.
A reminder.
To attempt.
You
Yes.
think someone with names supposed to get past me?
It's easier to forget
To forget
it's easier to martyr a man and honor his memory if he's not alive, a living raving lunatic.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm not reading his mind. Okay. I think no.
We need all the information we can get.
Stare at
Just kidding.
There might be a raving kitsune also along with
Just one.
Raving Katsune.
Just one among the many.
just one of them.
They're like hugging Morgan Kainen.
Holy shit.
The
So,
image, thank you.
I guess now we know where this guy went. Where's like Otto or Tasha or what?
Milk.
Yeah, Milk. Or Big B.
Milk is actually
Oh, yeah, where's
Gygax's kid.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
The character of Gygax's kid.
More than Kainen's magnificent mansion.
Okay.
Alright.
His name
oh. I don't suppose any of this man's
Now we have to meet
Ask
him.
for a sign out.
or
I know. Now we have to meet him.
belongings are anywhere on this plane still?
Who? The Matter
If they still exist, then I suspect that they are locked in the crypts of Castle Ravenloft.
Not someplace I would go to, okay.
At least the ones that would have been on him. Though I never did find the location of his home base.
Of his?
Home base. No hints as to where that might be? Considering it might be all over the place, it might be worth a shot looking into it.
That he gravitated to Mount Baratok perhaps might say something about it, but I can only speculate.
So if ever we find ourselves on Mount Baratok, might be worth looking into. I
Yeah.
forget, was Mount Baratok also where we... Oh no, the sword possible location, the...
Where the stones are alive.
Place of Visiting
The abbot.
Heights where the stone is alive.
Yeah.
So it
There's
could
several
be...
high places at this point.
Actually.
Mount
Abbey of Saint
Gagis to
Barovia.
the south, Mount Baratok to the north, and actually Castle Ravenloft is actually one of the highest peaks. Highest points.
Oh, it might actually be there. No, I would be surprised, but not if we're going.
Yeah.
Because it exists
That is so
up on
sick.
a carved out
Yeah.
plateau.
So sick. Sword is there. It's
My
like
mind was just kind of
Ravenloft.
blown at more than kind of shit. Alright, I think that's it. I'll thank Waterton for his time.
He wags the book. He says, "You must give me a little bit of opportunity to study this."
It's alright. I doubt... Quite honestly, I don't even know where we'll end up anymore.
We're gonna party. Because we're gonna wait.
Right.
Oh my god, we have to join the festival. I don't know which is worse.
I just
we have to
don't-
stay here or actually go out.
I mean, we don't have to join the party.
I
We can just
guess
stay with
so.
the
I
Mardi
just
Gras.
pat you in the back. Like, you know, as long as you don't cry in the streets, I think that's okay.
Okay.
Now that I see you crying, it's for me already.
If Erwin is free, I'm just gonna take him aside.
He's just talking with you're really settled.
I can't remember. Who was the one who
He's gonna
mentioned
ask him
Kamen
about
Rider?
Any, about the
Basil,
journal.
the one who said that
Private.
Kamen Rider passed.
Ah, okay.
What did you ask for?
But the journal.
Cool.
He steps away from Gaia and he squeezes himself a bit.
Problem.
He says, "Oh, after reading through the
You
journal
want to
that
play
you
with dolls?
told, there was a man perhaps that arrived of your racial persuasion, I think. I was a younger man. I had just moved into Barovia about 15 to 20 years ago. I remember him for being much like you. The way that you stand, and the way that you speak, the way that you interacted perhaps with the locals. He too came to earn the respect of the borderlands of that period. He flourished here for quite some time before moving on.
Go ahead.
I did not catch wind of his
Maybe
other
just I don't really know about
activities, but I did sense a darkness about him. And I believe that your journal might perhaps
Okay, there.
be related. He did travel with a young child as well.
I mean,
He was only he was about 15 years younger than me. Just perhaps only as old as looks around and that boy points off the shoulder. However, he did not, unlike yourself, he did not introduce me to the young boy. It was not unusual for young Barovian boys to go missing at the time. When he eventually left Balakovic, he did not have the boy.
Was the Burgomaster the same 20 years ago?
He was, yes. He recently ascended after the death of his father.
So we might know more about this guy.
alright. Oh, yay. We can go back to the Burgomaster's house. Rick's mirror!
Do you know his name?
I
No,
need
I don't.
power, guys.
He endeavored to call him justice in his native tongue. Which to this day I cannot prove.
Justice in his native tongue? It's the same.
What was that? He said that, what did he talk about regarding Sadie?
Justice in
Another time.
The older Kamen Rider said, insisted that they call him Justice in his native tongue. So,
which is Sadie.
Sadie. Sadie.
Shomori for Justice is
What did he say about that he also was bringing a child with him?
Taking
Well,
another
you don't know.
timeline. Mind blown.
How many times have you been here, Sadie?
my first time here. But
Inside check. Just kidding.
You might have forgotten.
That would suck so bad.
When you're stuck in Barovia twice.
Yeah, you wouldn't remember. That's so Dark Tower.
Cycle always good.
What would be a dark gift a baby would receive? What would be the dark gift a baby would receive? I'm
Maybe
just
a
wondering.
dog.
A bloody pacifier.
Oh. I was thinking like an empty milk bottle, but okay. So gory.
Pacifier with a flag.
Yeah.
it's a noose.
Oh,
What do you say,
Maybe
God?
made of placenta.
this conversation, huh?
I mean, they weren't eating it inside, so...
Speaking of, guys, we still have vials
by
from
the way, we plan on handing over the vampires to the burgomaster.
Shit. When the guy said he was
So
thirsty,
that
I
he
was like,
doesn't invite the
I have a
bakers
couple of vials
to
here,
cater
but...
the next party.
I believe that would be a tragedy waiting to happen.
Which one is?
The bakers coming to cater. I would support any effort to keep that from happening.
I mean, if you've seen the burgomaster's wife, it seems like they have some connection with the way she laughs at night.
Oh!
His policies, in the lack of which are, to put it simply, quite outrageous. And I believe that being in such close proximity to him at all times has ultimately cracked her mind.
Aw.
Rather infectious too. Like, literally infectious.
We have a bottle that lets you relive that.
I spoke with
Same
her.
happiness.
I spoke with her mentally using some foreigner magic, and I got the evidence also, not by choice. So I'm not contrary to my usual demeanor and my general facial expression. I'm not the type to laugh around.
I would highly advise against such reckless acts.
I certainly learned that.
It is the Barovia itself will begin to take its toll on you before long, without you having to take it
I
along.
mean, if you wanted something to be happy about, you sniff this bottle.
Meanwhile, Barrias, are you convincing me of... No.
I'd be like, so I have these vials.
I say it may no longer have use for this meat butter, but in case it comes to your door, this is the baker's meat butter.
Reference.
Hey,
For reference.
you're gonna hand it to him?
I'm just gonna end it. Unless we have some use for this as evidence later on.
I mean, I still have the vials I found at the windmill, so...
This is a sample. Obviously, don't eat it or don't.
It's
I
been
trust-
warm for 3 days.
I trust that you won't feed it randomly.
Maybe you can use it as a warm compress or something.
He takes it,
Actually, yeah.
It's made of children.
Like Mendoza or something. I don't know.
takes it and finds it still warm, still piping hot.
Meat pies.
Piping hot.
I think you know already because a raven did warn us not to get to the baker.
So does he know now that they're made of children?
I just
Oh,
told
you
him
just said it.
outright.
Okay.
It's made
Okay.
of- But in case you don't know, it's made of children.
He looks at it with a little
It was
bit of
tasted
disgust,
by one of the
pulling it
wolves.
away from him. Says, I will endeavor to dispose of it. Folds a heavy cloth over it
In
and
memory
puts
of
it in an
children
outside
who
pocket
made
of his back.
God, what if that's Amelia?
Ravens eat it.
No, you swiped it before she was... After she was... You swiped it before she was free, so it was made before.
After that, I'm just gonna go out and call for a random bar, say we have our
Vampires.
bonfire for the upcoming festival. Then to send in a few men to help guard it while I and maybe a few others will escort below.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Going-
since Erwin is going, there's one more thing. Since Erwin also took the meat pie and said that he was going to dispose of it, I'd like to give him also, I guess, the box that the mother's milk was in, because it was full of air.
And you keep all the vials?
I'll keep him. I mean, I doubt. I'll ask him. I'll show him the vials,
There's a camping out there.
and I'll ask him if there was any use he'd think for them, because I honestly don't know what to do with it.
He also does not know what they are. Takes a look at them.
In case you have any idea, because this reads mother's milk, laughter, youth, and then like I said, I just play with him a bit. There might be how the bakers get into Valyaki, but other than that knowledge, I have no idea how to apply them.
I do not know what this is.
Mix it in one solution and mix it.
I'll mix it for you, Captain, right?
He says,
But I will give him the box, and I'll say that, see, if the pies are made of children, they may have been stuffing their throw pillows with the hair.
Oh my god.
I don't. You know, I'm like
you can see him turn green.
Yeah, he has meat pies now, and someone.
I'm
He
telling.
says, "Your
Why
party
are they
has
giving
been
him the stuff?
productive." And he's, I
We keep finding the damnedest things, sir.
I don't know whether to burn it or bury it.
Maybe just burn it.
I don't know, the smell of hair. Ugh.
There is a grave burn.
That's true.
I will dispose of this, I suppose.
Okay.
Thank you.
Takes it, opens it
Why
up,
didn't you? Why didn't we give it to
puts the
him?
meat pie inside of the box, and closes it.
I saw the Kamen Rider given the meat pie. I
We
figured,
could have
hey,
bears
It
about
was, it was a sample so that if it comes to his doorstep in the
Yeah.
Blue Water
Fair
Inn,
enough.
Yeah.
he would know like, okay, shit, this is bad juju.
I mean, man, they want to break.
Feels like
If
Skyrim
children
right
are
now,
such a
giving
common
random
thing.
chicken legs to NPCs.
Yeah, give him a cheese wheel.
Feels
Sell
like
your cheese wheel
Skyrim right
to-
now.
sell
Anyway,
to some
sorry.
business or something.
The meat pie is $5.
Just maybe I just have one more question for Erwin.
Oh.
Since he really wants to, he is really against Strahd. I want to ask, how did Strahd become a vampire? Does he know?
He says, that is a secret that's older than me.
Is it? I guess. Is it true?
I do not know how he became a vampire.
The Vistani told us a story about a prince.
There's a card for that, I think. There's a card for knowing the
Knowledge.
Ah, okay.
Arabelle.
Then it's definitely the vampire.
Alright.
Let's just
Okay.
go and look for her.
That's it.
I think he's the beast card.
Yeah, Strahd would definitely be the beast.
Oh, he's not a card. He's the beast.
Which is a card, but okay.
I don't know.
That's it. I think I'm done. I have no more questions. Do you guys? What about you?
I already called for.
Does anybody want to sniff laughter?
Pick up our bonfire.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's nothing else, the guards will arrive at 10.
Not Captain Isa.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Where is Serena the whole time?
In church.
Maybe, yeah. Are
Maybe
we,
she
are
stays
we
put
delivering
for-
the vampires ourselves to the burgomaster?
That would be safest.
That's true. Let's go.
But the moment we leave, Kizek will likely come in and make moves on my wife.
Well, it's the festival. It's a very important event. Maybe the burgomaster wants the captain to be there,
I hope so.
so we can
Let's
go.
go.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Honey, I'll be back.
Right.
you already gave up your son.
It hurts
Sorry.
me still.
You don't sound hurt because it hurts me.
He's
too.
crying on the inside. Cries in Shamor.
She wishes you all good luck. She asks you if she should be preparing anything for the day.
Just maybe. Well, first, make sure that Shori does his homework, and maybe prepare yourself to sacred blood of children. You are his mother.
I like that you just rode this all the way through.
I guess.
I never half-assed anything. It's Seiki never half-asses anything.
You should give Matilda one last dance.
So she nods, understandingly. She journeys back into the church to make preparations, pack her things and such.
I hope motherhood was fulfilling for her. As fatherhood was fulfilling for me.
Okay, I think we can stop with I'm at this point. Okay,
Come
I'm
on,
pushing
Kamen Rider.
Come on, vampires.
Barovia will take you soon in the go. This is how it takes Seiki.
So
You are wishing for progeny.
the guards will arrive at 10 precisely.
Okay.
Okay.
Once again, Rictavio dons his half-orc mercenary disguise.
Hey, Jelka.
And the group of you escort as the guards sort of wheel Pyro, the vampires back.
Or you now look at that, or look at what's underneath, and you risk looking into madness itself.
Or your lunch.
You're
You've
gonna
already
get
eaten.
intimidation.
I will guide you. Using weird foreigner magic.
Are they the ones
Let's use
pushing
Keelan, guys.
pushing the wheelbarrow?
Thanks, Keelan. 12,
What do you say thanks to it? I never know.
16.
Okay, yeah. So
Don't know if it's good or bad.
Right?
you
It's in the next.
you say something to the likes of look under this and be horrified by sights the world has never seen. You go to such extents, and and each of you can see their expressions sort of mutate from what could it possibly be? Oh my god! And you can see them just averting their eyes, not really looking where they're going, occasionally bumping into stuff, and then fretting wildly as wheelbarrows almost tip over.
You could at least
As
watch
they're-
it, guys.
As they're carting, I just, in their view, I just look underneath just to see if they're still there. And
Yeah.
okay, good, I'm still there.
Good, we're good.
You can hear them whisper to each other how hardcore these foreigners are.
You're like, oh man.
And he looks straight into the eyes of man.
I'm going to.
Foreigners, hardcore is.
No wonder they die so easy. So often.
I'm gonna write that down. Shit.
That makes all the sense.
I'm going to
fast,
ask.
die young.
I'm gonna tap.
I message you.
You're on your way to the center square.
Right.
Yeah,
Do you think we'll be heading into the? Oh, we're definitely heading to the Burgomaster's mansion.
Not really.
Probably not.
We're heading to the central square to probably prop up the bonfire.
No, I mean after.
I hope so, unless the Burgomaster's already there.
That's just
I don't know how hands-on of a project manager the Burgomaster is.
I mean, teleportation circles in the mansion and all. Anyway, something to consider.
No, right. But I'd rather not. We were all. Otherwise, there would have been no point to asking the Ravens to scan.
Just in case. Just in case.
What time of day is it? 10?
10.
10.
So then,
Okay.
How bright is it outside?
it's so pretty.
Oh man. Blind. Blindingly gray.
I think when we get back to our actual world, I'll have night vision,
Oh!
Everyone is gonna be
but
like so
also light
pale.
sensitivity.
Like
It burns. Shit, I suppose that means 10 people are completely out of place.
you can see that various stacks of hay and wood that and firewood that they've managed to collect is being set up in Center Square. You can see that there's this effigy, basically a sun, the effigy of this blazing sun has been set about 15 feet high on a wooden scaffold, and it's surrounded by firewood, and kindling, and it's definitely with obvious intention to set it alight. You can see that Izek is already here. And,
Who? Oh, Izek.
And he's sort of directing operations here as the guards and peasants alike are bringing wood to prop up against it. You can see, you can hear the dreary sound of solemn Barovian instruments, basically just accordions, violins, and flutes, making an attempt at something cheery, though it sounds like a deflated organ. Actually.
Wait, oh, someone's playing?
Yeah, there's a band that's playing.
Shit, in retrospect, we
As a
should have asked
musician.
Rick to do the eye gouges and the throat thingies.
Yeah, he doesn't enter. Yeah, but he's just sort of waiting for. He doesn't want to uncover them until absolutely necessary, and then he'll redo them. However, they're sort of set up right next to the scaffolding, and Isa comes up and he says, "How do these the vampires?"
Yes.
You wanna
They
look?
have been mutilated and metaphorically castrated, so they're no longer
For the meantime.
for the meantime, until such time as they are completely roasted.
Is it
Under the
advisable?
blazing sun.
Is it advisable that I set them up beforehand, or is this to be done at the ritual crop
What time is the ritual proper?
noon?
Noon.
Maybe we should keep.
We could ask our friend to redo the things.
Yeah. Because I don't think we can leave them not with the. You know.
Give us a moment to retrieve our associate that can.
No, he chopped with you.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Give us a
Jot
moment
Rap.
to redo the restraints on these creatures outside of plain vision.
It's
Unless
not-
you'd like to see the carnage.
Unless you'd like to,
Unless you'd like to see the carnage.
he says, you can see his eyes sort of sparkle at that.
He wants to see.
Are you kidding? The guys to say this?
He wants to see it.
Can I?
I don't see why not.
Sure, ingredient
I
yourself.
message Rick Fabio. Is it a good thing or a bad thing, or is this a random thing to watch? I mean, I know it's a bad thing to want to watch.
It's
To die of it.
definitely a bad thing to want to watch. However,
Why does this
as long as
I know. I need a bath. I need a bath.
successfully
Why?
gouge,
He's-
their eyes are
he's
still
said it feels dirty.
still have the spikes driven through them. They will be harmless in sight.
What is the carnage?
I just need their restraints to last until noon.
The only thing that I need to refresh is perhaps the damage to their clothes.
Right, got it. Go ahead and watch, Captain.
Can I Can I look? I'm going to study the captain's face while he's
See him,
watching.
you can see him take his gloves off. And,
Who's this, the captain?
The captain. He sort of wipe his hands on his jeans.
He's dirty.
On his leather jerky.
Dirty.
Rolls up his sleeves to walk.
Rolls up his sleeves.
He rolls up his sleeve. The other one is sleeveless.
I'm going to stand behind them with my hands in my shorts in case something goes wrong.
I'm looking at the captain.
And then Jotrak just uncovers one for long enough to sort of to see the circumstances, and you can already see that it's almost fully whole already. You can see that the flesh underneath is complete already, and it's just sort of the outer skin that's just peeling over now. At this point. He takes a dagger, but it's much smaller and thinner.
Like
it
a
is,
dirk?
Scalpel?
It's sort of like a dirk, less rather than a scalpel. In that it is a very long, thin blade, and it's double edged on each side. He just sort of traces a line, leaving a gouge of red just a little, initially, and then he makes quick work of that. And it's more like gutting a fish, as you can see it's a jerk with the effort. And
Is there still blood? Is there still blood?
Yes, resistance. In case they vomit.
Can't look cool if you're
And
vomiting.
then, as soon as he sort of made the whole thing, he scoops it out. He takes another much wider blade dagger, and he takes that one out and he scoops out the flesh that's remaining, until the point that you can almost see the spine through the front.
Okay. Alright.
Tomato artichoke.
I just
And
buried one of those
it
this
lands
morning.
with the sick
I buried one of those this morning.
That's fine.
squelch as the entire throat piece of the creature lands just directly in front.
Is it like sizzling in the sun as well?
It doesn't sizzle in the sun.
It
Oh, it
doesn't
doesn't
sizzle in the
sizzle
sun.
Jothra,
Interesting.
should
And-
we clean that up? What do we do with the chunks?
Toss it into the fire when it's burning.
It's like
Does it on the second one as well. And who is standing closest to?
I just want to watch Isaac.
Who is standing closest to the operation?
that would be easy.
I wanna
distance myself.
I wanna watch the captain while he's
I'll stand
watching
close.
the.
I'll stand
I'm
close.
watching the captain while he's watching the.
What's your wisdom?
I'm standing behind.
I cast resistance.
You're watching the captain. You are watching the operation.
The operations.
Okay.
Okay, I cast resistance on you.
What is happening?
Yeah, so you feel this warmth first from the spell, and then from the atmosphere. As standing next to Isaac, you feel him just sort of radiating heat now, and you're sort of baking on one side, and the heat is just coming off of Isaac. You searching Isaac, you can see him enthralled by the operation, and as throat bit is sort of scooped outward, it spatters all of its first row audience members, and Isaac licks the blood from his face. Almost unconsciously, as if he didn't even
Register?
he didn't even register that blood had spattered his face.
Can I smell anything in the air? Apart from gore?
Oh, it smells a lot like blood. And,
Oh, used to this height. I see, Captain.
He's pretty happy, he'd say.
Yeah.
you shake him out of his reverie. Sorry, what?
You don't seem perturbed by.
To say the least.
And I gesture.
I was merely admiring the efficiency.
Yes,
The mercenary, as it suggests.
as we all do. But but he looks. But
From one to the other.
yeah, as we all do.
Covers the vampires and puts the gore into the wheelbarrows, asks for a rag and wipes, takes out his water skin and begins to wash himself
But
off.
he was unabashedly enjoying the.
Oh yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
hiding it.
Alright.
I mean, his warm fuzzy feelings inside are getting outside.
I know. Are we done? Where are the chunks? Of
In the wheelbarrow.
Okay. So at
And
least
they
no
are
one
parked
can touch.
right next to the scaffolding.
Scooped it out from the throat.
Where is Isaac looking at particularly? At the whole scene, like
He is watching the throat. The
Just the
entire,
throat.
The entire
not the
Operation that's going on.
the parts that are thrown, just really
No.
where those like.
He's watching the knives sink into flesh. He's watching the violent efficiency
I don't think
of
no.
Zalbrak's operation.
Okay.
I'm gonna step back another step.
He recalls himself after he's done.
Yes, very good. Are we good?
He says, I have learned much about vampires, yes.
Totally.
And he shakes himself out of his daze and excuses himself as he remembers other duties that he has to attend to. And,
Like
I was gonna say
stalking.
go straight to the outhouse or something.
no,
Other duties, like stalking.
he stands there in a daze for a bit by where the bonfire is going to be, and then he eventually returns to his actual duties of directing commoners and their guardsmen around the central area.
While this is ongoing, we are at the scaffolding. It's in the middle of the central square. Can I, while the gore is squelching in my covered ears, can I try looking around to see if there's anyone that stands out? Someone who might be staring right at us, or someone who might be lingering.
You know, maybe perception check.
That's right. That's a nat 1. Oh no, that's a 17. Sorry, I saw the 1 first. Sorry.
Why is it not
That's perception. That's
So high.
21.
21. What exactly are you looking for?
Because I know that there's a vampire out there that's waiting for our answer. So
Someone's staring at us or something.
yeah, there's someone who might strike me as out of place or looking a little too intently at us while because we're smack dab in the middle.
Okay, yeah. You see that there is a commoner who's sort of leaned up against...
Who? A commoner?
Yeah, a commoner that is sort of leaned up against a wall at the mouth of an alleyway. And he is just sort of chilling there, just sort of standing there hanging out. However, rather than watching the festivities or trying to stay out of people's ways, he is looking specifically in the direction of your group. And you sort of noted him on your way in, and then up until this point, which is the whole thing took about maybe 20 minutes, and his eyes are not there.
What does he do?
Yeah, can I tell anything about his? He described as a commoner, so I suppose he doesn't look anything out of. He doesn't look particularly noteworthy anyway.
No, he is dressed rather normally in the drab grays and blues, grayish blue of Barovian locals. He is a little cleaner, perhaps, than other Barovians. Whatever his profession might be, it's probably not to do with muck or dirt. It's probably not something to do with smoke or ash. It's possibly, perhaps, it's a cleaner profession. He doesn't look smudged or anything. However, other than that, other than the fact that he has not wrenched his eyes off of any of you since you first arrived, there is not much to them.
So we're aware that he uses disguises, right?
Exactly, and so someone who sneaks around a lot. I mean, someone of common look would be the perfect disguise. I'm not going to make it appear like I was looking for him. When my gaze slides over him, does he make any acknowledgement? I'm going to make sure that I don't linger on him.
Okay, you're not lingering on him? No, he doesn't acknowledge that you've seen him.
Alright. I wait a couple of moments and then I'll just, since you're the only one I know with the telepathy spell, I'll nudge you.
I cast message on you.
I'll just say, there is this one guy who's been watching us pretty intently, and I don't think it's because he was aroused by the entire board.
Alright, I guide myself, and I would like to investigate whether the guy watching us is a disguise, some sort of disguise in any way. Will you assist or inspire in any way?
I've already inspired.
He's only got like 4 of those per day. And it's only to the days, only the beginning.
You're pressuring the bard. You're pressuring the bard. It is his inspiration.
It's going to give it.
To study him though, I'll leave it to you. You can study him discreetly, the DC will be a little higher, or you can study him openly, and the DC will be lower.
Wink at him.
Does it matter? I mean, if he knows who we are, does it matter? Does it matter if he outdresses us or we know where he is?
I think it's more a matter of when we want him to confront us.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna study him. So, I mean, I'm gonna study him intently.
So he'll know that you're looking at him, basically.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
That only we're
Alright.
aware.
Your choice. I just told you that there was
I
a.
mean, I could be more discreet if I were a little more inspired, but it's fine.
I personally don't think it matters.
Yeah, right?
He knows us. We know that someone's at.
So you study him openly?
Just
Yeah,
study.
Yeah.
Which is like,
Is it
Yeah.
electricity?
Yeah, you give him the stink eye.
Stink, not a wink.
Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, that's pretty good.
24?
24, okay. You look at him openly. The gaze possibly misconstrued as hostile, possibly. That's just the intentness of your gaze at him. And you can see that his gaze,
Resting bitch face does that.
and you can see that his gaze eventually wanders up to match yours. And when he sort of sees you looking at him, and he turns around and goes back into the alley. But however, given that you were able to get a good look at him, you can tell that his appearance is not illusion.
He's not?
It doesn't appear to be illusion.
I say it doesn't seem to be of the magical kind. Maybe he's a lackey. Maybe he's a vampire lackey.
I liked you better when you weren't speaking.
Did
much.
Seigi make that joke?
The place is really getting to him, guys.
I think it was pretty funny.
I think
So
This
we have,
started when he mentally communicated with the Burgomaster's wife.
so we have 2 hours
Oh,
until
that's nice
we have to
roleplay.
burn the vampires.
Good roleplay. Good roleplay.
Good roleplay.
He's slowly maddening.
Yeah. Puns.
I'll be so much fun when I come back. I'll be the guy, the party guy. Party guy, Siggy. Yeah, fun.
drink more water.
Oh, Seiki, you've changed so much.
It must have been a
When
fun
you-
place where you went.
Yeah, so he ducks back into the alleyway and walks off away from the square.
So we have 2 hours to kill? I mean, we have 2 hours before the burning.
I give the description of the man and where he went to do Japanese. Personally, I say he might have he was watching intently, and as a commoner was not perturbed in any way by the operation of our partner.
He says, "Good. He's obeying the law."
Just people mindful I might be like some sort of vampire sympathizer of some sort. For some thrall of a vampire. Because this is a bonfire.
Says, "I hope he brings more of them. Then.
I hope he.
He brings more of them. And I did
This
not
guy's
get my
optimistic.
I did not get my fill from when you last dealt with them."
The last time. Come on.
I hope you get your fill the next time you come.
He acknowledges your warning and sort of licks his lips in preparation. He's excited at the prospect of it not being over.
I wonder if he has some sort of second in command who has a little more sense.
This Barovia, one can only hope.
Is the burgomaster around at all, or is Captain Isaac the only
Authority here.
authority here?
Yeah.
He does let you know that everyone will be in attendance at noon.
The whole family.
The burning.
Everyone.
Well,
Everyone.
the town and Burgomaster.
Alright.
Likely his family.
I don't know if we can drag Victor out. I don't know.
Actually, that's
What are
what I
we
said to see.
Are we doing anything within the 2 hours? Because it's still
You can just let me know if you want to skip straight to noon. You can.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, I have a few questions for the burgomaster, but I don't want to disturb him with
Operations ongoing.
the festival. So I'm just gonna ask him a few questions.
Magulo yan pag events.
What?
Magulo pag events.
Everyone's covered.
I'm just gonna head to the burgomaster's manor and ask a few questions of a personal matter. But if you want to come with me,
Yeah.
I'll help keep watch at the square.
oh, you'll stay there.
Where is the donkey-headed guy?
Oh.
He's there.
He's there.
Yeah.
Shit, but it's visible with all the guards
Yeah,
around.
he's up on a stage. He's on a platform.
I can talk.
Several of them actually now.
Yeah.
There are multiple people now up there.
Okay.
Several animal heads on them.
Oh, one of them might have been the guy we saw.
Yeah, the thirsty guy.
Thirsty guy.
Yeah. That's what I remember him as. I felt so bad for him.
All right. Maybe next time. I guess it's less risk if Seigi talks to him.
While they're burning them.
Yeah. Actually, I was planning to. No.
So
Everybody would be occupied. It's true.
Feeling cold over there.
what's it like to be burned alive? Describe it in detail.
Describe it in detail. Is that a 6 octave or 5 octave?
On a scale of 1 to oh my
Maybe
god.
later. I'm just gonna. Calden's gonna wait for Father Lucian. He has questions for him.
That's what we're coming to us.
Is that your only? Oh, sorry.
Well, so
Is that your only major objective?
Yeah, it's
Just for me, I just want to ask if he remembers the guy from 15, 20 years ago.
And then anyone else doing anything?
Okay, I guess since there's 2 hours, I'll go to the stables and
Ready horses.
Yegorovich, the
Just in
parents,
case.
Emilia's parents.
Oh,
I'll drop by and see what they are, what they might be up to.
Hours.
alright, they did sell Emilia.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna find out.
You
Oh shit, I can't catch the distance on in case they're addicted to
Oh fuck!
Levi's.
Damn it, I went along.
okay?
Anyway, yeah, that's
we'll
just
speed
we can
forward
speed.
past the travel time and all of that. You'll
Yeah,
pass.
that's fine.
The burgomaster's mansion is alive with activity. There are not just the servants, but also peasants and guardsmen coming in and out of the mansion, carting out all of the decorations that have been constructed over the past week. All of the firewood, as well as flyers, posters, and food as well, as the kitchens have been busy. Throughout all this, the burgomaster is he is just sort of standing there with his arms out as he's being dressed by
Oh, okay.
I was wondering.
I just walk up there from a distance and just say, Burgomaster, we delivered the contents of your body.
he looks over his shoulder at you. You can see a grin just come up. It's a smile, perhaps of pride, of accomplishment, like it's his birthday. Is the sense that you're getting from him, and he says, "Excellent, excellent. Yes, you have done quite well for yourself."
Glad to see you pleased. I just wanted to ask a few questions. Something more personal matter for me specifically.
Anything, please.
Have you encountered someone similar to me about 15 to 20 years ago?
Similar to you, how? A foreigner?
The way I speak, the way I stand, maybe clothing, maybe maybe my accent.
He's gonna really think back. It's like, but that way. It's just
I expect more.
now that you mention it, when I was a younger man, there was a foreigner that I admired quite well. Came to work very closely with my father.
His father. How old does the burgomaster look? As much as we can estimate from his gray face, or is he gray skinned? No, he's
no.
not, right?
He is perhaps in his mid to late 50s.
He's of age. He's Tito Dennis.
So he says, now that you mention it, yes, he served for a time as the right hand of my father. It is the inspiration that I had actually for taking Isekin as my right hand.
Because he was traveling with a child. Is that correct?
No, not only that. The functions that he performed for my father were quite similar.
I see.
He's a man that was loyal and respectful of the laws of the land. Says, actually, I'm glad that you brought this up. I was meaning to speak with you perhaps before you left. You have been of great service to Valaki. You have defended my town. You have uncovered the secrets of the crimes that have been committed therein. I feel that you would be quite welcome here. You would do very well for yourself here, and I could make it quite profitable for you to live in my employ. I will tell you now, foreigners beyond these walls, they do not live for very long. This is not a threat on my. This is not a threat from me. It's merely a statement of fact. It will not be the first time that the foreigner has settled down. I do not know if I shared with you that my grandfather was actually a foreigner. He married into my town on the he did very well for himself. I think that given enough time and trust, you could someday earn a position of yourself, of high ranking for yourself and your offspring, many generations.
He has an
Even-
offspring.
As a very generous offer, and I would like to chase some personal matters for a while, and if that doesn't pan out, you would still have me. I would come back.
I would welcome you openly. Yes, if I may ask, what direction are you hoping to go from here? Perhaps I can send a little bit of my influence ahead of you.
I was hoping to catch the trail of this individual that you admired, tracking down his path along Barovia, and see what he has uncovered for himself, as he might be related to my family back home. He might have left something of value.
He says, I remember the day that he left. My father was very sad to see him go. If I am not mistaken, he was seeking rumors. I'll admit that this was his only fault, perhaps, that he was fanciful. He sought what he believed might be enemies of Strahd that were still in existence. Rumors. He's chasing rumors. I do not know where he got it into his head. However, I believe that that the effort was foolish and perhaps ultimately fatal, as he never returned to us. He traveled southwest.
Southwest.
What's in South?
What's there?
Yeah.
He says,
Southwest.
nestled into a. He said that he had reason to believe that nestled into just to the inner woods of the Svadish woods was a stronghold of the former enemies of Strahd, some of whom still existed to today, if you were to believe the stories. I believe that the effort was a little foolish, and I would recommend against it if you sought this path. I do not believe that he might have found anything, and it would pain me to see yet another foreigner of great potential squander it on possibly fatal endeavors.
Well, my group has yet to decide, but I will keep this southwest area in mind just in case. And thank you for the warning. I wouldn't be surprised if we encountered something of terrible danger. May I ask if you remember what he introduced himself as, whatever name he gave?
He chose specifically to hold his identity for the most part, but he did whisper it to my father at the end when he left. If you give me a little bit of time, perhaps I could search through his diaries, his journals.
Certainly sounds good.
Only if it's not too private.
Says,
Nothing.
for all you have done for Valaki, I believe that this much I owe you.
I'll come back perhaps before my party leaves, and if you may have found it by then, I would appreciate it.
I'll ask one of the servants perhaps to begin digging them out of the
That would be highly appreciated, sir. But how did you know what name did he give? If he didn't, what fake name did he use, if you recall?
At the time I was a little younger, my tongue was not yet well adapted to speaking foreign tongues. He asked that I refer to him merely as just the law sometimes. It was, at first I thought perhaps it was silly until I saw that he was quite effective. A man that truly embodied an ideal. I came to respect him for it.
I grip my common rider tightly, all with very contained rage, as
He mistakes it for excitement.
But I am very thankful for this.
I can tell that this means much to you. I will do my best to seek to seek a little more information.
That would be much appreciated, sir. And that's it for me.
Oh,
You go off the States. Oh,
Are
let's
you-
add something?
Are you at the...
just one question actually.
I'm just gonna wait for you at the entrance of the panel.
Okay.
But it catch resistance.
Actually, I was when you turn around,
I will tap your shoulder and I say, I'll wait for you at the entrance.
I was hoping you were gonna ask for me. Okay.
Yeah. Hoping you were going to.
I was hoping you would ask for me about the. I forget if I already asked the Virgo Master anything about the mirror in his wife's parlor.
About that?
Mirror in his wife's parlor.
Ah, okay.
I don't
have
recall.
never.
I haven't ever.
You want me to ask about the
Yes. If anything about the mirror in his
He would
parlor,
change his ways.
ask it.
He wants to make the world a better place.
I swear, it's really getting. We
Take
might
yourself,
start
make the
casting
change,
fun
man.
damage, okay? Just do it. That's all I want to know. If you know anything about the mirror.
Alright, I'll ask. Oh, by the way, Brother Master, a little strange, but it is something my friend and I encountered while investigating.
Isn't this just in case?
Oh wait, he doesn't know you were there, right?
Yeah, he was just here.
But it might be a little strange, or it might have been the isolation of the investigation. It's happened before, but I did see a strange man in leathers in one of the mirrors of the closet area. Would you know anything about that?
It's interesting. This is, the servants have often reported such sightings, but I dismissed it quite often. I dismissed it offhand. However, if you say that something was there, perhaps there is something to it.
He asked for strange things. He asked for a song for one. But for the most part, he was just there.
Pick up my bandana.
This is, well, it's,
I resist the urge to make a point.
he says, it's my wife's mirror, handed down from my grandfather.
No.
He says, I didn't think much of it. It was just a mirror to me. However, you say that something perhaps is strange about it. Maybe I should put it away. Vanya breaks out in a fit of hacking coughs.
Don't do that.
Are you okay over there? Are you okay over there? Please, some water.
Thank you,
I say,
Master.
perhaps, well, you've mentioned that your grandfather was a foreigner. There might be some strange foreigner magics involved in that mirror.
Perhaps.
But on the other hand, your wife might enjoy the company. I'm not sure if that's safe.
With the man in leather.
Shut up.
Ginawa ng kwento.
I'm sorry.
He says, she has never, she's never told me anything about it. He says, however, if you lend credit to this story, then I will have it locked away. I can ill afford anything else to happen. I can ill afford anything else on this auspicious day.
Right, that's understandable. It is a blessing. Perhaps if me and my partner find something of interest with regards to this mirror, we'll send it your way.
Very well.
In private. Because this is some individual mirror.
Do you know when you will be, if you will be leaving Valago this day?
Perhaps
Oh,
tomorrow.
Valago.
Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps tonight.
Very well.
Or maybe not tonight, it's not safe at night. Close to the afternoon.
This is, very well. Do let me know before you leave. Perhaps I can outfit you for your travel.
That would be very helpful. Thank you.
Please. He's not destroying the mirror, is he?
He's locking it.
He's what?
He's locking it.
That's counterproductive.
So breaks it, and it's not on.
Yeah, at least it's not.
I was this close. I was studying the journal. At least I'm confirmed that it's connected to his grandfather. I remember that I just needed more time to find the connection between that and the mirror. At least the connection is there, but I couldn't find any hint of a song in the journal.
Not in the 2 hours that we spent reading.
See, this is why you should study.
Okay.
Reflect on your action.
Anything that's locked away, you can still try to break in. And
I will ask, while you're stepping out, I'm just gonna go, Burgomaster. Because you did mention that the mirror, your wife's mirror, is somehow tainted, I suppose, with the foreigner magics.
He didn't mention that. He mentioned that. He didn't know anything about magic.
Oh, okay.
I said because it was handed down by his foreigner grandfather, there might be some sort of foreigner weirdness going on.
I'll rephrase. Since my ally has mentioned that your mirror might be tainted somehow with foreigner magics, you see, I'm a bit of a student of arcane arts. Would you perhaps allow me to study the mirror to see if there was any particular part? Oh shit, I don't have the journal!
oh yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Screw it. I'll head.
Fucking journey.
Right, fuck. I'll head back instead to the.
Okay, so you'll take all of that.
I'll take all of that back. I forgot. I was hoping to study the mirror and the journal at the same time. Never mind.
We'll get there.
God damn.
It's a thick tome. Right? You can't expect to
Take
just
time.
happen upon the right page.
Right, right.
You're gonna need to spend a little bit of time in reading it.
Let's not break the mirror so soon. Okay.
So, all right, the 2 of you exit and
Yeah.
you make your way back. You're at
I'm done.
the stables.
That's Danica
Yes.
said that's where
We go to beach.
Emilia's parents or the Yegoroviches work. No, may or may not.
Okay, you arrive and you can see that the stables are themselves busy. Workhorses are being replaced as they get sort of exhausted by the day's activities. Fresh ones are being spent out. Old ones are being groomed. You can tell that some of them are sturdy war horses. The others are much less impressive workhorses. It's quite busy inside. There is a couple indeed that are bustling in and out.
Oh, is it just 2 of them?
Right now, yes.
Oh, okay. I'll approach them and then I say without any introduction, are you the Igoroviches?
The man looks up from. He looks up from the water trout. He's currently in the process of filling with several buckets, and as he looks up at you, you can see that his eyes are deeply sunken, and his face is this pallid gray, and sort of the skin sort of clinging to his bones.
Does he look sick? Does he look sick or just?
He does.
He looks maroon.
He does look ill.
Oh.
You can see that he's sweating.
But it's cold.
And when he sort of stands still, he doesn't really stand still. As when he stands up, he's sort of swaying side to side. And he says, "Yes, I am Pankov Yegorovic." Pankov.
Panko.
K-N-K.
Is the wife there? Do I see?
You can see that there is a woman also there. Currently, she's got a pitchfork. And she's pitching hay into some stalls. Sorry, did you need some? You are. What are you currently wearing? A scarf? Okay. He says, yes, the foreigner. Your horses are here.
Oh right. I'm like, oh yes, right.
You're here
Right.
to claim them?
Perhaps later. I'll be straightforward. do they resemble Emilia in any way? Um, How common is black
You can go ahead
hair
and make it inside.
inside? Inside.
Brought out the dice case.
I mean,
Surprised we had no dice out to begin with, but go.
what? Yeah. No, I haven't needed to roll anything. What is it?
Inside.
11? Yeah, 11.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When you squint your eyes, you can see a bit of a resemblance. Yeah, but he is emaciated. He's emaciated, which
Yeah.
might make it a little more difficult for you.
How about the mother? Is she also...
Yes,
Shit.
the two of them are real.
Ah.
Quite the
Are they more emaciated than usual?
Yeah,
Compared
certainly,
to-
they're below standard, certainly.
Are they dirty or do they look...
That's definitely. I mean, they're dirty because of their work is there.
Oh, okay. Um, I'll say I'm here to ask about the bakers. Have you heard of them?
You can see Panko, his eyes are sort of wide, and he says, "No, have you?"
His eyes.
His eyes widen a little bit.
you might say they go hum.
Is he actually? Does he actually not know what I'm talking about?
Have you heard of the bakers? Have you heard from the bakers?
Of the
Of
bakers.
the bakers? And he says, yes. Have you?
Oh, I see. What do you think of? Have you tried any of their pastries before?
He looks at you sideways. He says, "Have you?"
I say, I say yes.
Go ahead and make a deal.
Good old Esther.
Damn it.
You can do it, Esther.
You're an ASMR. You're an ASMR. You have a lot of charisma.
No, you don't show time.
13.
Shit, that's not bad.
He looks sideways. He says, I never have."
Shit. Can I tell if he's lying or he's not?
You can go ahead and make a deal.
Good old Esther.
What does that mean?
Oh, God.
3.
3.
Damn it. Stupid
He's
barbaric
certainly,
stats.
whether he's lying or not, he's certainly being evasive.
He's being evasive?
Intimidate.
Okay,
Intimidate.
He says, "Excuse me, I must get back to work."
Intimidate the sick man.
He doesn't wait for you to finish responding. He goes back into the store.
I approach the... Are they within vicinity of each other?
So arrested after
One of them is on one end of the stable, and the other is closer to the entrance. The stable
Who's
itself
the
is
one
about,
nearest me?
Panko, the main.
Then I'll approach him, and then I say, I need to know if you've tried the baker's pastries. If you tell me the truth, this doesn't have to get rough.
Oh, yes!
Good old Esther.
I just need to know about the baker's pastries.
Bend the pitchfork.
Dude.
My arms are just folded.
Do you reinforce your threat with an act of violence or strength?
Bend his pitchfork.
What is he doing?
Negotiate for a strength
Right.
based intimidation
Oh,
check.
yeah.
Right now,
What is he?
he's pouring. He's got a line of buckets of water, and he's pouring them into the horse troughs.
Bring the
As
bucket.
he's
Bring the bucket.
he's lifting one of the buckets, I'll stop his hand. And then try to prevent him from pouring the water, and I'll grip his arm tightly.
So go ahead and make an athletics.
Okay.
Oh, better.
Yay. Okay.
Respect.
True enough.
Good old Esther.
Yes! Not
26.
20.
You break his arm.
So you grip his hand, and he goes. "Ah!"
I say, sir.
At this point, the woman turns to sort of see this sort of happening, and she jogs forward with the pitchfork out. But she's definitely maintaining her distance yet. She doesn't know what to make of it yet. But she's not brandishing the pitchfork just yet.
Yeah,
More or she's just sort of
As a
holding it
comfort,
tight.
yeah.
She it doesn't seem like it's occurred to her yet to use it as a weapon. She's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
rushed over
Okay,
to sort of see what's happening.
Is there no one else?
No one else.
I
No
say.
witnesses. You can go ahead and make an intimidation.
At 20,
Yeah.
what?
Intimidation and advantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can reiterate your question.
15.
Good old is,
15?
Okay. Please, I cannot work without the arm.
Yes, obviously. And if you want to continue to keep pork buckets, I just need to know if you've tried the pastries or not. And you as well, ma'am. You and your wife.
He says, yes, I have tried. Yes.
Okay, I release his arm and I say, good, that wasn't so hard. Did you like it?
He drops down on the ground. He's sort of breathing hard.
probably has Esville marks on it.
Did you?
Yeah, you can see this red mark of where your hand.
I say, did you? How did you find the pastries? And I look at the wife.
Include her in the question too.
Yeah,
You
I look at.
She
I stare at her
she
pointedly.
she moves back as if physically struck by your glare as when you look at her.
Have
She
you?
steps back a step. You can go ahead and make another intimidation. Advantage.
Yeah. Oh my god, I've never done this before alone. It's cool. 10.
Oh no.
Was it? Yeah, it's
Advantage.
10.
Then, yeah.
Stabs you.
So
Oh jeez.
she says, please, we don't have anything of note. My husband and I have done nothing. We only tend the stables. Please do not. We mean you no harm. I ask that you only leave us in peace so that we can continue with the work.
I made the arm too.
I say. So she doesn't admit anything.
No, she seems to be pleading here to leave them alone.
I asked. I guess I'll turn back to the husband. How many times have you dealt with the bakers?
How many kids do you have?
How many times? I'm sorry. I want to rephrase that. How many times have you purchased their products?
He looks up to you to really actually look at you for the first time. See, when you first arrived, when he answered you, he averts his gaze every now and then, as one would to speak to a sort of superior in case. But now he actually looks up to see what he's confronted by. This towering female form, sort of draped in clothes. No skin is exposed, right? No skin is exposed.
Oh, okay.
But these pinprick, glowing blue eyes from the inside of the wrappings, and on occasion with her rhythmic breathing, just fog just coming out.
Shit. You can give most of Barovian horrors a run for their money.
And given that you're of much better constitution than he is, you're much thicker, towering above him, and he says, "If I tell you the answer, will it kill me?"
Oh my god.
If you don't, it will.
How far away is the stables from
Everything
the
else.
town center?
It's
Regards.
a reasonable distance because people don't want to live near horse shit.
That's
You're closer to the stockyard now, which you know is east, is towards the eastern gate of Balaki. You're perhaps just a block or two away from Grave Digger's house.
Okay.
Not too far from there.
I say. What did he say?
if I tell you, if I tell you, will the answer kill me?
I say no.
You can go and make persuasion check if you are not lying, and deception check if you are. I think to you it doesn't matter.
I mean, at the moment, though.
This specific question, no.
Oh.
Yay, where is that? 11. 11.
The original question was, how often have you?
Yeah, how many times have you purchased from the bakers?
He says, more than once.
Oh, shit.
So, could be two times, could be 50 times.
Well done.
Yeah, you can see him obviously hedging his bets.
Oh. I say,
Well, you're not gonna kill him, that's why.
yeah. I look between him and his wife and I say, do you have a daughter?
That's what's gonna kill him.
Yes.
You can hear the woman sort of squeak, and the man just look up really quickly up at her.
Oh.
And then they share a long, meaningful look between the two of them.
What is that meaningful look?
And then, and they answer you with silence.
Damn it.
That's fine.
They look at each other and sort of share a meaningful look, and then they look at you, and nobody says anything. And everyone is stopped still. But you can see that both the woman and the man are shaking.
Or
Shaking.
shaking scared or shaking in withdrawal? No, just kidding.
You can make an insight check if you want.
Okay,
Shaking with
Hey, you are familiar with what drug addicts look like? You live in
possibly, yeah. Oh, wow.
Not 20.
21.
21. The man was already shaking when you first arrived.
Okay, so possibly,
Yeah.
but
He's just shaking a little more violently now, but when you first arrived, he was
already, but he looks sickly and,
both gaunt and emaciated.
okay.
I know this look.
Um,
fit you well in this house.
I'll
Break his face.
Break his other arm. Pick him up.
what's the floor made of?
It's dirt. And,
Dirt?
Yeah, hay, muck, horse shit, grime,
Rub his face.
everything. You can see that his hands are already in it. Because he's on his hands and knees right now.
Now his face.
Not his face yet.
Cold feeding. I take out my glaive and I stab him.
Holy shit!
Okay, you can go and make an attack at advantage because he's prone.
Nice.
My god, the image though. It's gonna be like,
Okay.
Good old
Oh my god. No, advantage? I don't read.
No, you're already in advantage, so.
Okay.
15 plus.
21.
Okay, you need damage. Is this lethal or non-lethal?
Lethal.
Oh yeah!
Oh man!
Good old
10.
10. Okay.
10.
Let's see that.
Yeah, so you are a statue, just standing there above him, just looming there. The only sign of true life being the cold fog that emanates from the insides of your head wrappings, just breathing in and out. And he shares that meaningful look with the woman, and he looks up at you, as if sensing that anything that he says will just end him. He looks like he's about to speak, and then he thinks better of it.
And
then
I say,
yeah,
sorry. I say, I see Emilia in my dreams.
and then he says, "What?" As you go from a state of not moving what's at all to a blur of motion, as all that is heard is whoop, whoop.
Shit, that's
You can hear his sort of gargling half scream as he just sort of begins to sputter out of life. At the moment, for the moment, he attempts to sort of claw his body out from under you, and as the life leaves his eyes, his body begins to sort of move as if on the last sparks of his survival instincts. You can see the life just sort of left his expression entirely, but the body just sort of scrambling around, reaching for items. Eventually, one bucket he grabs, tips over, and water just fills the area, and his blood and the muck just sort of mix up to the horses. The horses sense the blood and they begin to jitter, neigh, and stand on the roof. There is a half-choked scream from the woman, and you're wielding an actual blade now, right?
Yeah.
You can take opportunity of that as she turns to run.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
you want to answer question?
Can I opportunity attack only?
Unless, I mean, you do have extra attack.
Hey, like make a shove or I don't know.
If you want to make this a true blue combat, we can just roll initiative. However,
Yeah, she might.
your call.
Okay, can I make an opportunity attack, but non-lethal?
Sure.
Just,
Why not?
okay, not advantage, normal.
You can go ahead and make an advantage. She is just running pell-mell. She's not.
Okay.
And she's an investigator.
Okay, let's see. 21 again?
Okay, yeah.
Non-lethal?
Hey, this is the same blow that killed your husband.
5.
I mean, not lethal, right?
Yeah, no.
You plunk her across the back of her head, and she clatters against the ground. Now she just sort of falls over. She's so light and frail that you barely feel her on the hilt of your blade as you sort of tap her. It doesn't even feel like a significant enough blow, but you knock her entirely on her face, essentially. When she sort of skids a little bit, you can see the trail of muck being left in her wake as she sort of scrabbles, and now she doesn't. In her panic, she doesn't even get up. She's just sort of clawing and scrambling and crawling her way out to the mouth of the stables.
Can I go after her or?
Yeah, it doesn't because she's sort of crawling. You don't even have to run, as you just sort of walk beat after beat just towards her.
She's
your
on the
boots
ground?
just on the muck,
When I
and she can hear you getting closer and closer, and you can hear her whimper and wail and just scramble to get to freedom.
when I get to her, she's on her stomach.
Yeah, she's
I'll straddle her, I'll sit on her, and then I'll pull her hair.
Yeah,
And
so
then
you put one knee down onto the center of her back, and she screams. "Ah!" And
I cover her mouth.
you
Can I cover her mouth? Because
you-
is she making loud noises?
Yeah, but as of the moment, as long as she's inside of the stables, the horses are a lot noisier right now. than she is.
They
As
are
they're-
the true witnesses.
as the-
Colin can talk.
Yeah, that's true. Oh shit.
Calvin will know.
You seem spooked. We're seeing what happened to you.
Murder in the daytime.
So you grab her hair back, and her scream just sort of chokes out as her throat is pinned by the motion. And you have her just.
I see.
You can see that as you sort of pull her hair back, you can see that the whites of her eyes are a little bit yellowed, and she's bloodshot. And her pupils are just sort of her irises have just sort of thinned down to these tiny pinpricks now that are sort of wild. And,
I say, you don't have much to lose. Why don't you tell me what really happened to your child? I want to hear it from you.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
I say, I won't kill you on two conditions. Number one, you tell me what really happened, and number two, nothing. What? And number two, I was never here. You never saw me. You don't. Vampires or whatever vicious thing killed your husband. You don't know, or make up something on your own.
You can
I
go
was
ahead-
never here.
You can go ahead and make an intimidation check at an advantage. The DC will be a little,
Will?
the DC will be a little lower because we definitely believe you.
Fuck! Oh,
Not bad.
Advantage.
who? 19?
Yeah. She says, it was Pankov's idea. The
Yeah.
baker.
Oh, the thing. I feel so bad. Anyway, sorry.
The bakers offered us the meat pies, and they were for a bargain price. We couldn't afford food at the time.
But
He says, and, it was at first it was for food, but later it was for escape.
Escape.
She says the pies they just. And you can see her eyes just welling up, not because of the pain that you're inflicting on her now, not because of the tragedy of her current circumstances. You can see her gaze just sort of fade off, like she's remembering. And she says, and I've never felt happy before. And she
Oh,
you
yeah.
just sort of you can see her seem to remember, connect with a happier thought. And just tears are sort of free flowing from her eyes now, but she doesn't seem to realize, or she seems to be at the moment stepped out of herself, engrossed by a memory, perhaps induced by the pies, and then she comes back into herself. You can see the maddened gaze just begin to sort of look around again. She says, "We would have done anything for the pies, and this is not a life for children. No." Emilia's better off now. And yes,
I lean in and I say, I think I have an idea where she is, and she's not better off where she's now. It might not have been the best life for her, but I think she would have wanted to be with her parents, to be with her parents. But you betrayed her. A lot of children out there. A lot of children out there, like me once, weren't so lucky to have more time with their family or their parents, and maybe you had the chance, but you threw that away. Maybe your husband's idea, but you didn't oppose it, and you obviously want the pies too. Emilia's in some dark place. She comes to me in my dreams. I don't know. Something's chasing her. It's definitely, and I honestly don't think which is worse, having you as her parents, or the dark shadows that are after her wherever she is now. Why don't you think about that for the rest of your miserable life, and get back to work. So, and then I'll get off her, and then is there only one entrance to the stable?
or two. One that you came in with Bangkok, and then three actually, because it's a T. You come in through the front, and then there are exits out the sides for where the horses might be.
These they are as advertised.
She was trying to get out one of the side exits when you grab her.
I see, well, was she actually scared that she wasn't going to tattle on me? Shit.
Oh, she's certainly terrified.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
I'll leave out the end. I'll leave at the exit that's farthest away, and then
She's a widow now. She's a widow now.
that's true. I'll just walk out, and I'll look for a place to clean myself. Because
The horse troll.
yeah.
The horse
Get
is
in there.
What?
So she, you get off of her, and she no longer pinned. She sort of curls into her fetal position, and she begins to sob violently. And you hear the only words that you can make out are that she's sort of whispering over and over again. "I'm so sorry.
She's what?
So sorry.
And she stays there. She's wrapped by sobs, and you walk out.
Work on her ocean now.
She'll work to
think of
forget.
that.
It's okay.
So you walk out the opposite exit, and you wipe off the blood from your glaive.
And the grime?
And the grime, yes. Oh, you didn't get much on you. I mean,
Oh.
it was expertly done. You didn't have to tackle anyone or whatever.
And then can I don't want to look like I came from the stable, so can I?
You'll take a
Different-
roundabout
different
route to get back to the truck.
It's okay. I just did it before. I know how it's done.
Okay, excellent. All of these work.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
Carry on.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take inspiration. Just put it down
Yeah,
there.
that was excellent.
Ooh,
Yay!
Chilling.
Very
wham
nice.
line. I stabbed him.
Okay. Good to know.
Everyone eventually ends up back at
Okay.
the square.
As well, you just look like you murdered someone.
How did?
Isaac
What makes
walks
you
over.
say that?
Are you using a new perfume? You smell pretty good.
Oh God! You turn him on.
Oh my God, that sounded so creepy.
Blood. I like it.
Smells
La-
like misery and death.
Last thing I want is his attention.
Okay.
How do you put him single?
Oh my God! For you, no.
If I weren't already taken.
Nahiya pa sa'yo, ah.
Alright.
So I know.
The festivities begin at noon exactly.
Oh.
Inspiring what
Wow.
you've done.
Good.
As
The band's doing pretty
as
well.
Bankov Igorovich bleeds out, Igorovich's blood slowly creeps out of him, empties his body,
You don't
exits
even
his
look
body
back.
inside of his some inspirational music.
Oh my God.
As you sort of walk off majestically into the center of this dream.
The only good thing he's done in his life is bring out music.
The only good thing he's done is bleed. Alright, so the festival begins promptly at noon as the burgomaster gives a semblance of an opening ceremonial speech.
Semblance.
And what you can see by the unmoved faces of townsfolk that he has given this speech on multiple times before. In fact, as you learned when you first entered, on a weekly basis. And the
Oh,
Festival
really?
of the Blade, the Festival of Blazing Sun is
alright.
only this week's festival. And you had the Wolf's Head Jamboree last week and
I still haven't
multiple
noticed.
multiple festivals before
It's a
that.
jubilation. It's a Barovia's Gladiator.
You see that he espouses once more the philosophy of Valagi that happiness in this town, when the entire town finally reaches a point of pure happiness, it will break free of the dread realm. That it will break Strahd's power over this town, and that it will manage to escape Barovia, which is at the end of his speech is complete silence until you hear Isaac unsheath his sword, and then a smattering of applause.
Tanya also applauds.
With coffee.
Don't break the mirror.
No one clapping. Maybe you don't need your hands.
Spoken like a true.
Whispers escape the townsfolk as Jalfrak goes through the labor of unveiling the vampires.
Well, I'll help. Well, just to set up.
He ties them up to the wooden scaffolding now, just above sort of these bloody sacrifices to be made. They are obviously inhuman.
I look out for that same guy
yeah.
that was eyeing as well.
Sure, give me a perception.
I would like to also.
I asked Jaltrak if we should have our weapons at the ready in case. Can we
should be all
safely
right.
assume that the vampires will be burned, or should
Yeah.
we be ready to?
Yeah.
It is my policy to be always prepared. However, it should be all right.
Nice.
It should be.
It's pretty nice.
It should be all right, but it's his policy just to be always prepared.
Okay, I'll stand by.
24, you said? Yeah, you do spot him. He's come back to the square.
Where is he hanging out specifically?
He is on the opposite side of the crowd surrounding the bonfire. You are closest to, you are perhaps directly to the left of the wooden scaffolding, which is sort of taking its place at the head of this formation. The semicircle around it, and it is right there.
I message everyone to our repeating friends.
Oh, can I? Okay. Which direction?
He is, if this is a semicircle and the wooden scaffolding is right here, and you guys are standing right here, he's standing directly opposite.
Oh, and he's like leering at us, or he's like looking straight at us.
Yeah, he's definitely like watching all of you. General. On occasion, he switches targets to whoever he's looking at, but definitely he's looking at the board.
Can I tell his expression?
Yeah, how far away is he?
It's no, but it doesn't say much. He is, it's just sort of this blank look. He just appears to be looking.
Where are his hands?
His hands are in his pockets.
Suspicious.
I message, I guess, Vanya and everyone, I guess, one at a time. I say, check if there are other friends popping out of the corners, see if he has maybe some sort of surprise party.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess we'll
Is
look
there like a
around
huge
in case
crowd
there are
around?
more than one looking
growing.
at us.
And in fact, many of your fellow residences at the tap room of the Blue Water Inn are in attendance.
Oh, okay.
The Wolf Hunter brothers are there.
Cool.
The well-dressed looking.
Oh yeah, the nobles.
Oh, the nobles.
the
Yeah,
noble
yeah.
brothers are also there.
We haven't talked about
Yeah.
You can see they're much
sorry,
more
is
lax
Victor
about
here?
it. In fact, the two of them are just up sitting on the stage where the stocks are. One of them is just sort of inattentively just sort of smacking the mask of one of the people that are in the stocks, jeering them perhaps, or otherwise messing with them, as is decreed in.
I would,
Can we look? Yeah, I guess I'll also
look around for like any
others,
people, maybe
other
ambush
people
going on.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
looking at
Perception.
us.
I guide myself.
Look.
I did not run out. 20,
Mine has.
25.
15. Perception.
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
7.
Oh, nice.
17.
17, okay. Between the three of you, you're like you put you gaze outwards to realize that you are gazing directly into the back of the massive music. And he's like, could you move us? Can't really.
I don't want to touch you, so.
you tiptoe and jump on your feet, getting occasional glances of the crowd over his shoulder. But the rest of you don't see anyone gazing as intently at you as he is.
As the one.
There's
Is
one guy.
is Victor here?
Actually,
The
I was
kid?
about to ask.
Because the burgomaster is.
The burgomaster's here, and so is the wife. Victor is not.
Oh, looks like the kid is locked up in his room again, as most 16-year-old boys are. What?
Oh
So,
shit.
you can.
Oh, shit.
The vampires are strung up, and they are obviously not human, as they sort of squirm still, despite their grievous injuries that should supposedly be fatal. They are still sort of squirming and most definitely alive. The crowd is sort of shushed by or there's a wave of whispers that goes through them as everyone sort of gasps and marvels.
I look for Irwin.
Erwin
yeah.
Martikov?
Yeah, is he there?
Yes, Erwin Martikov is here with one of his sons.
Oh,
likely
yes.
the-
I just alerted to the individual that's been watching this.
Are there any ravens watching?
Sure. Do you go up to him or do you message him or what? How are you?
I guess I'll just message him.
There are ravens who start flying about, but not any large concentration of them.
Yeah, just normal.
Or,
I just message him and say, I alerted to. Well, actually, it was my first time messaging him. I introduced myself. And I just point him in the direction that I do. Let's keep watching us.
He says, does he concern you?
It's a little concerning. It might be Vasily's lucky. I mean, it's not a magical disguise in any way. But the fact that did I identify that he is disguised, but just not magical?
Not
or
magical.
I just didn't identify.
You identified that his appearance is not illusion.
Okay.
Okay, so may or may not be a
Say,
disguise.
He's been acting a little strangely, and he's been watching us for a while now. It might be crosswalk, sir.
He says,
Since Ingress.
he says, if he is watching you intently, it means that you might have earned the attention of Lady Vapor.
Lady?
That
Oh,
is Ernst Larnack.
who's
Ernst Larnack.
Who's that?
Another player.
Landa?
Larnack.
Sorry,
Ernst.
what's the name?
ERNST?
ERNST?
Yes, Ernst Larnack.
Larnack.
He is the what?
So the Ernst Larnack is the man watching us.
Yes.
Who
Okay.
sent him Lady
Vactor.
Vac
Why is that familiar?
WACHTER.
O W A
ACHTER.
C H.
Is that the
Okay,
one
thank
that's
you.
supposed to meet with Victor?
Oh, there's the other noble house that sort of separated the domestics.
Yes, Volaki is home to 3 noble houses,
Ah,
one of which is stricken from the record, and the other of which is Vactor. Valakovich, Vactor, and a third.
oh, so the other one is
Lady Vactor's lackey.
He is indeed Lady Vactor's man.
Ah. Wait, what was the?
Is it a good thing that we caught her attention? I doubt it. I sort of doubt it.
He says, it is well known that Lady Vactor harbors a rivalry with the Burgomaster.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, just politics. No, just kidding.
Oh, we have time for politics.
Given that you have been
These people.
associated very heavily with the Burgomaster, it is perhaps
Wait, tama ba? Like, one of the
it probably means to
Yeah.
merely
Yes,
know
yeah.
more about the Burgomaster's actions.
Okay, okay, thanks. Okay.
More comforting in this Thank you.
This is not a vampire.
Yeah, at least
As far as we know.
as far as we know.
God dang it.
But at least, hopefully,
Well, most notably, Lady Vactor is not in it.
It's not a what?
Not
not
in
in
attendance.
attendance.
There's no other than the only well-dressed people here, because you have decided to sort of dress moderately.
Oh, have we? Oh.
The only
clean my
well-dressed people are the Burgomaster, his wife, and the brothers out by the stocks.
They do pretty well for themselves. I'm concerned. Oh, are we close by the Burgomaster?
Sure, yeah.
And you're just watching also, like everyone else.
They're watching as Esbel and Jothrak string up the vampires up on the wooden scaffold.
I'd like to
Just
step
waiting for them to finish before they resume
burning.
their ceremony.
Oh, look at that. We're at Burning Man.
Oh wow. I would like to step
Except
next
there are
to
no
just a little next to the Burgomaster so I could speak with him without having to break his view.
Sure, yeah.
I'll say
He's mounted atop a horse.
mounted up a horse. Oh, I'll just stick
I
by
advise that
looking and then I'll say
It's okay.
no, I'm pretty sure that burning a vampire is something pretty interesting to watch.
I certainly hope it will be.
It's kind of I would have thought a young man like Victor would be interested in this kind of thing.
His face, his expression darkens, and he says, "Victor is serving his penance."
Oh,
Actually, it's not.
oh, and I will sound genuinely surprised because I am genuinely surprised.
Yeah.
So, what do they serve up for penance in Barovia these days?
I have merely confined him to his room for the meantime.
I see.
His
It's a pity. It's a pity.
His attitude would not serve to facilitate the atmosphere that we wish to cultivate here. With that, he just sort of lifts his hand, and and the band gets a little louder, marginally.
Alright, alright. Who is the nearest party member to me?
Not you, either probably Kalin or Sadie.
I will. Okay, I'll tell Talia first. I'll say,
Yes, what's up?
you know, I just have a slight feeling that as an option, Victor might no longer be there, but it's just a big feeling I have.
Of what?
Because he is, and then I kind of copy the Burgomaster voice. He is serving his penance in his soul for the meantime.
I wonder what kind of
And you know, considering the teleportation circle is there,
Yeah.
I will then go over to Seiki, and then I'll just nudge you with a message and tell you the same thing.
Hopefully it's just a timeout.
I like
Time out
abuse
corridor.
message, why not?
No, it's not a. It is a tool with a purpose, not just
Sharing important information is a purpose, Kamen Rider.
whisper.
Like everyone else.
Like a normal person.
Such a private people. I will say the shortened version, which is Victor might be gone.
I'm not sad for that. But he has murdered 2 individuals in his pursuit for magic.
Do you have anything to do with it?
I'll also perhaps correct you there, because it seems very unlikely that the Burgomaster would slay his own disciple.
No, not slay. It's just that if he were locked in his room and he were desperate to leave, he might actually go through the teleportation circle himself.
Okay.
I'm just outplaying it
Okay.
because I'm paranoid.
All right.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Under threatening skies, a parade of unhappy children dressed as flowers trudge through the muddy streets, leading the way for a group of sorry-looking men and women carrying a 10-foot diameter wicker ball. The Burgomaster and his smiling wife, who holds a sad bouquet of wilting flowers, take their place at the back of the procession, following it on horseback. As weary spectators watch from their stoops, the ball is borne to the town square. There it is hoisted and hung from the wooden scaffolding just above the vampires. The townsfolk take turns splashing it with oil one by one. Before the wicker sun can be set ablaze, the sky tears open in a sudden downpour.
Way to rain on the parade.
You can see
Nothing ever works.
Man,
It starts raining?
It starts raining.
I actually say out loud, "Oh, come on!"
An expression of brief fury overcomes the Burgomaster, but it's gone as fast as it comes.
man.
All will be well, cries the Burgomaster, as he brandishes a sputtering torch and marches defiantly through the rain toward the wicker ball,
You gotta admire the member.
only to have his torch go out as he thrusts it into the kindlings.
No fire spell.
I would. Have I messaged the Burgomaster? I think I have.
Don't think so.
You
I don't
message this wife.
message this way.
I just walk up to him and I say, "Would you like me to cast magic?"
He, through gritted teeth, he says, "Please." A singular laugh erupts from the crowd, just one,
The wife.
drawing the Burgomaster's fiery gaze, as well as the gasps from the townsfolk.
Say,
There was one person who laughed out loud.
I asked him to motion with me.
Okay, you distract him from his.
No, I asked him to motion with me.
I think he was laughing at one
Particular emotions.
Okay.
To make it appear as we are both doing it, so he is also participating in the.
What is this?
Okay.
What are
Maybe
you?
the Burgomaster participate in the spell.
Are you going to attempt to sort of draw his attention from the laugh right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell him we can still salvage this. We can do this spell with you.
Okay, all right. So yeah, he
How is he's looking frustrated?
He's pissed off. It's
Yeah,
raining.
yeah. It's literally waiting for it. And a single Barovian has soul enough to laugh at the circumstances.
You got the
and-
whole
I'm
yes.
saving this poor motherfucker from being the next guy in the stuff.
Yeah, so he,
Actually check if
he
it's
wrenches
Calenites.
his eyes away from searching the crowd for the person who laughed, and
Oh,
you
jeez.
can see him sort of breathing heavily as he comes to you and sort of catches on what you're trying to do. Or well, rather, he doesn't know that he's not actually part of your spell, but he takes part of
I
it.
just basically
Nice.
is I'm making it as if we are both channeling the same spell. As
Yeah.
I cast my bonfire
Nice.
on one of the wicker men.
All right, excellent. You can go ahead and make a performance check.
While this is going on, can I try scanning the crowd for the
Man, I wish I was a little bit
mandibles?
inspired because I can't grab myself.
Yeah, so everyone heard the laugh?
Oh, come on.
There was a gasp.
Can I
Somebody
also-
laughed. There was a one guffaw, and then everyone was.
Can I try to see who that?
Yeah, I also want to look for whoever that
God
might
damn
be.
it.
Oh, perception.
Only at
Is it, what is
Oh,
it,
yeah.
perception?
Perception.
I just want to see.
I'll give you inspiration. though, for
17.
that,
Look, man.
if you want to use it there.
Might want to use it.
17.
But you can save the inspiration if you don't want to use it.
I think I'll use it now. Sorry, it's on 30. So, we might use
17.
it.
17.
Let's use this fire dice.
With inspiration carry over next session or no?
Yeah.
So much for inspiration.
So your eyes are drawn to. Your as you sort of scan the crowd and wait to see who it was. Your eyes are drawn to, of all people, one of the guards.
Oh my God.
Shit. You.
I have this bewildered like I said.
Yeah.
Poor
And almost as soon as the laugh
God.
leaves his face, you can see him like this look of dawning horror as the laugh is more of reflex than anything else, and the wrong sort of
Miserable.
happiness expressed.
You
And,
tried so hard, Barry.
yeah, he immediately grips
Oh my
his
God.
face and he
Hide,
tries
man,
to duck
hide,
down
hide.
and
He is-
slink
He
away.
is so fired
Yeah, and
God damn it.
at the stake.
Did he say?
And between the two of you, though, you go through it. To more practiced eyes, you can see that the motions between the two of you are a little hokey. To those that are more experienced than the casters, you might perhaps fool more common men who have no
Yeah.
experience whatsoever with magic. But fire sputters forth, and the oil catches, and it's weak, but it does begin to take. There is a little bit of flame that takes ages to crawl. It feels like ages as it spreads upwards, and eventually eventually perhaps a few minutes pass by until it's actually strong enough to withstand the downpour.
How strong is the ring? How strong is the ring?
Right now, it is just like earlier, perhaps.
So
quite
pretty strong. Was it
quite strong.
windy
And
or just a downpour?
you can hear the droplets on the wood
Okay.
on the
So
rooftops,
pretty strong.
and you are definitely soaked down now. And everyone looks like these
Red
drenched
dragon.
cats.
Ha ha. I'm going to put up my hood like that.
After about a minute,
It looks sadder than.
the other one burns.
Yeah, so the flames begin to sort of lick up at the. It seems that perhaps within the hour the scaffolding itself will catch fire, but it was not. It's obviously not this grand display, this burst of flame that he wanted to impress everyone with, and instead it's just this tension as everyone is just waiting because nobody can move, because everyone is sort of expecting it will just burn up now, but now that it is a slow burn, nobody dares move away from this fiasco until it's to the end, to this finish, and everyone is just sort of watching in dead silence. Even the musicians have forgotten to keep playing. It's just sort of like waiting for everything to occur, and you can see that the tension is just sort of mounting on the burgomaster
Jesus.
beside you. Now, as every awkward second that passes is you can see that he's fighting the will to admit defeat and turn on the person that laughed. And he's just sort of waiting there, and he leans over and he says, "Do you have anything else?"
Oh my god.
I
I
cast.
have nothing.
I know me
Jeez.
neither.
I cast.
Dancing lights doesn't cost.
Wait,
doesn't
are you?
burn.
Since I'm helping Jafrak with the string.
Well, no, you no longer. You can't climb down. Otherwise, you'll be burned on the stake. that you're
Oh,
holding.
okay. So
You strung them up, and then you climb back down.
I don't know. Can we throw oil?
Actually,
I channel
do you
my
have
energy into
one?
my belt. I will use a lock slot. I will use my lock slot to cast fairy fire along the bottom of the stage.
Cool.
To just light it, to just give it some more color at the bottom to make it a little more grandiose instead of magic.
All right, all right. You can go ahead and
Not
make
bad.
a performance check and an advantage.
Let's use a standard dice for performance. Excellent. 18.
18. Okay. What color are your lights?
It would be a series of blues and reds that would cascade along the ground. It shines upwards.
Excellent. Yeah. So these magical lights, are you going to sort of make them appear fiery?
It's fiery, yeah.
Okay,
It's
alright.
multicolored flame.
So you hear an audible, like a burst of flame billowing out and opening. So the entirety of the scaffolding becomes alight in these ghostly flames, and it appears like you can tell this close up. You can tell that the heat coming off of it does not match the fire that is occurring. However, the method is indeed impressive. The performance is indeed and one particularly intelligent commoner claps frantically.
Good for you.
And soon the others chime in now, and there's a round of applause, and you can see the burgomaster is mollified somewhat
What a
he begins to
disaster.
sort of tone, as he begins to he takes on he wears again a mask of his
Ceremony.
basically the grandiose looking performance, his performance face, his Barbie doll smile.
I'd like to go to the musicians and then I take out my own timbres and kind of egg them on to play something jaunty.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a performance check as well.
Just come on,
Oh,
guys.
man. Come on, man.
I mean, I don't particularly trust the burgomaster, but this is just.
Oh, hey, 19.
I know I kind of feel sorry for. I mean,
23.
it was everything
Okay,
was there.
yeah.
After
The musicians remember themselves,
Right?
and like when they hear the music, where is that coming from? And everyone looks to their own flutist, who is just mouth agape, looking up. And he fumbles with the flute and saves it from falling into the muck as he begins to play as well, and you manage to rouse life back into,
Nice.
into the
Good
music.
Very nice.
Things proceed as well. You can tell that it's going to be a while still before the vampires begin to actually burn.
Are you serious?
But as far because it is being beaten down
damn.
by rain. However, it's eventually going to happen.
In fact, are the
Yep.
And
I mean,
mollified now, you can see that the burgomaster is clearly relieved to have salvaged something that temporarily, it seems, for the moment it seems, he forgets the laughter from one of them.
I tried, man. Sorry, man.
So, but you can see that Isaac now though is prowling through the crowd.
oh my God.
I'm not gonna get into it.
No, not my problem.
But other than that, you can see the burgomaster is satisfied to the best of what can currently happen. So he continues to spout more praising words now about it, and you can see that he, as he raises, as the illusory flames begin to lick up at the vampires, he says, that all will be well, and he praises the acts of the foreign guests, these dignitaries. He said that have some,
Two fucking ways.
he openly praises your actions and what you've done for the last. The vampires are gifts brought to us by our foreign dignitaries.
Good job, guys.
And he goes out of his way to sort of make the crowd part and sort of allude to you one by one.
Oh, okay.
So you can see that you've clearly satisfied him, and that you've saved his
dignity.
His dignity.
We are the dignitaries.
Oh, I knew you were gonna make that fucking joke.
He points to you one by one, and he, as the festival, he declares the festival open now, and the activities commence.
What activities? What else is there?
What else?
Dancing?
Yes, all of the above, and it is the unfortunate circumstance of each of the Valakians
Yeah.
that they are forced to make semblance of dance and merriment
Semblance.
while
Like what cats.
and eating and sort of eating and drinking and pretending to have a good time, all while being completely while ignoring the almost torrential rain that is sort of coming down on them at this point.
It's pretty
And
bad.
the food is sort of served.
Drenched.
It's sort of served out, and there is
drenched.
water that's gathering in each of the serving platters.
Oh,
the ale is being the
so
ale and the
gross.
wine is being watered down by the
That's
rain.
the worst.
By the
That's the
rain.
worst part.
But
Not the
no,
wine.
nobody budges, and it's you get exactly the sense
It's so
of
forced.
the king's new clothes.
Yeah.
The emperor's new clothes, in that everyone is openly
Turning a blind eye.
Pretending.
as if the rain were not there.
Yeah.
And
Isn't this wonderful? Toast the water.
a drinking song gets sort of taken up. That eventually sort of sputters out in the second refrain as people struggle to breathe and sing. As they sort of sputter.
I mean, the musicians on the Titanic didn't stop playing until they
It
drowned.
wasn't raining.
They were drowning.
We played until they sank underwater. But that wasn't it.
Did Isaac
Find the
find
art.
the
He's going through the crowd. He has not found him just yet, and the man has
Oh,
wisely
Jesus.
disappeared.
I was going to say the man was any sort of smart. He'd flee.
Oh, jeez.
Flee Balaki now.
I toast my water down ale.
Cheers.
Cheers. We toast with the Hunter brothers. Good ale.
The wolf hunters, they are not holding any ale, but when you come up to them, they say, "I'm not standing around for this shit. I'm going back to the inn."
You're pretty smart. Okay. Go do. Enjoy yourselves. Do the Marty Cubs thing?
The Martikovs, unlike everyone else who is pretending to have a good time in the square, they have taken up shade underneath one of the workhouses and just sort of set up there, serving food there, and the food and the drink is dry there, but eventually people
it
step
gets
out of
crunchy.
line and then wander back into the square to have a good time. Eventually, the burgomaster and his wife do come in out of the rain. Their privilege as rulers of Valaki. And you are certainly invited to sort of join them into this makeshift lounge that they sort of created
They should have made
for VIP,
tents
the
out of
VIP
belts.
lounge,
Yeah.
where it's dry. And you can actually drink
There
it.
was a druid. I wonder if they could.
If there aren't
Yeah,
any,
they should.
if there aren't any dream pies, I invite the party with, I say, later soon, might as well enjoy whatever we can.
Yeah.
So he sort of created a makeshift kitchen of the burgomaster.
We're in the kitchen of the burgomaster.
No, they've sort of created a makeshift VIP lounge, as it were. Just the only place that's dry and with somewhere soft to sit.
When we get to someplace dry and it's going to shake. Oh, sorry.
Wet dog shake.
Yeah. How do you do that?
Sorry. Haven't been wet in a while.
So,
The cast great bonfire next to me to perform.
yeah, he instructs, the burgomaster instructs that the fire be fed. It will be a while still before they burn, but and then he lowers his voice over you can hear.
You work hard for these festivals, so only fair that it goes at least according to some plan.
In your debt,
Yeah.
if you please, I beg that you consider my offer.
I'm definitely considering it. If things don't pan out outside of Malaki and I end up not getting home, I will definitely come back here.
Not that I would pray for a failure for your mission, but I certainly hope that the faith will bring you back here.
Festival. Yeah.
I received a missive from Kresk, about several weeks ago, but I've not yet replied. It seems that the abbot is searching for an article of clothing that I'm in possession of. I do not know if your travels would bring you there, and I'm not asking anything of you. However, if you wish to seek an audience with the abbot, delivering this package might be the method by which you take it. Otherwise,
The Abbey of Saint.
Yeah, that's pretty
it's
Convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to send a different delegation. However, the abbot is greatly feared and revered. If there is any sort of success to be had in the mission, perhaps it is the living saint himself that can do it.
Living saint.
We will have a heading soon, but we do have some business with the Abbey of St. Barovia soon enough. If you want, I can deliver this for you.
This is not a task that I'm giving you. Only a favor I am giving. If you wish for an audience, you wish for an audience with the abbot, then fulfilling his request certainly will be a means to do it.
I will gladly take this task.
Before you leave, drop by Malik. I will hand you the package to be delivered.
When it rained, did we see Ernst or the Ernst Larnak anywhere? Like, did he?
Yeah, he was there definitely.
He stayed.
He stayed during the whole debacle. And then after the festivities began formally, he left after everyone dispersed from the fire. He just wanted to see how it was going to turn out
Oh my God.
before leaving.
Well, I guess in private also I reported that Ernst Larnak, as I come to learn, has been observing me and my party's activities recently.
Pay him no heed. House Vactor has always desired the position of the Valakoviches. They will never get it.
So, hope not.
Not for another week.
We just partake. I will partake, but I don't drink upon the job. Okay?
Is it?
The party goes on for another pathetic few hours.
This is where the real party's at. Yeah.
Where's Jothrak? Where's Jothrak?
Yeah.
Jothrak has joined you wherever you've sort of gone. Now that something's behaving on, he's just sort of sitting. He's sitting now. Just a watchful eye out on everyone as he casually sips wine. He's not particularly. He doesn't seem to be partaking of the food necessarily, but he's not denying any of the wine.
Wine is wine.
So you can see him just methodically go through the crowd, seeing if there's anything particularly of note, making sure to see if the binds are still on the vampires or anything unexpected is going to come out.
Supervising.
But really, he's just sort of lifeguarding.
Yeah.
And then he's sitting enjoying the wine and just on the lookout for anything that might happen.
Okay. I'll... In case we're leaving soon, we don't really know where Shaltak is going, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll lean against... if there's a wall next to him, I'll lean against that so that I could speak casually and ask. In the event that our...
You can sit next to him on
Is there actually a seat next to him?
yeah, they've sort of stacked up hay bales and then covered them with canvas to make sort of these makeshift soft
My skirt
bed
is
meshes.
actually pretty thick, so I can sit on any surface, grimier otherwise. So I'll sit on one hay bale next to him, sipping my watered down wine, which I cast to taste stronger because it's potation. And then I'll just ask him, in the event that our party is going to be leaving Galyakli soon, where will you be?
I will continue on my journey.
Alright.
The next phase of this is for me to ingratiate myself, perhaps, with this order of the secret feather. Secret order of the feather.
Oh, the what?
The feather.
Oh, the feather. Oh, that's what they call it. Alright.
Oh, okay.
I will attempt to learn where the bases are, perhaps join my resources with theirs eventually.
Alright, that sounds really productive. I don't really expect you to, but did you make any kind of headway on that journal?
I'm busy.
Well,
I
he
guess
is
it
actually
is
been busy
short.
this morning.
Yeah.
He says. I could spend perhaps a few hours with it if you need it that badly. Are you on the move immediately?
That's the thing, I'm not even sure.
I mean, as soon as we get a heading from the Ravens.
Yeah, that's the plan right here. Waiting out to hear from.
How long will you
Arabelle.
wait is the question.
Yeah, because
Maybe a day or two.
what do you think?
Even if we already move ahead to first Arabelle as I don't know, it seems like even if we were to rush ahead, we don't even really know
Where she is? Yeah, that's also my worry.
So slow but sure versus fast but sloppy. I feel like slow and sure might be the way, I guess.
Yes, we can. I guess.
So I say
Guess.
we're really just waiting for word from the Ravens. So
We can work with the market officers.
that's
In the
true.
meantime.
We can find ways to be productive, but particular day when we're leaving, I have no idea. It's really going to be a matter of when we find any information from the Ravens.
You, what do you think?
If,
What do you think?
I
How
think
many
a single
days
night
should we
with the journal would
Maybe
be
2
sufficient.
days is really...
Alright, maybe
One or two, yeah.
Second for information.
this might help
Yeah.
speed things along, I'm not sure, but it confirmed that there's one thing in particular that I want to learn from the journal, and that's if there's a song, anything in reference to a song, a man in black leather is trapped in a mirror, because we did find confirmation that the mirror was from the grandfather of the burgomaster, who is just like us, foreigners.
So, I will keep my eye out for and your desires to break the man free.
He's a possible ally, I wouldn't say no.
Very well. We've accomplished your half of the deal and I will accomplish mine.
Alright. I toast his tender.
His is less watered down because he
Drinking
stayed underneath the shade.
So yeah, I guess we can stay 2 days at most.
Cool.
2 days at most.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be another festival in the wings, I think. Right?
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
2 days. Okay.
That means our
What else can we?
vampire friend is going to know exactly where we are.
What?
Our vampire friend is going to know exactly
Where we are.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
one.
because we're just
You're
here.
not moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But then, even if we were to go out, there are several other things that would probably affect us. It doesn't really matter.
With that, the festival.
How long? Okay, continue. Sorry.
The festival continues up until nightfall. If you just stay out.
Oh, does Father Lucian come to the festival?
He does to give sort of cursory glance of what's happening here. He speaks with many of the citizens with the concerns. The councils gives a little bit of councils, makes an appearance, but ultimately he doesn't stay. He goes back to
Okay.
So that's mostly guarding.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. In a bit,
Hey, throughout the day, I'll wait forward if anyone's heard of what happened at the
The
stables.
stable.
Yeah, there is a reported death at the festival. However, as you learn soon enough, it was a wise move of you to slay the man during the festival. As when sort of the news is whispered into the ear of the burgomaster, he dismisses it immediately, saying, "Not today, not today, not on this day.
Oh my god.
We'll speak of this tomorrow."
Okay.
The evidence is washed away.
Is the stables is roofed? No, anyway.
Just okay, just
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I don't know. Maybe the horses are.
The day grows. Eventually, the rain lets up by about evening, perhaps about 8ish already, and the fire is in full force as the vampires do finally burn.
okay.
8 hours later.
8 hours? 8 hours?
Excruciating hours.
Wow.
Not that they recognize their pain, as they had already been sort of constant
Agony.
agony.
Um,
They don't appear to even realize.
are they
they're
in
on fire.
ashes or how?
Eventually, they do burn, and you can see them. You can see ash just sort of float off the tops of their skin.
I guess I will ask Jaltrap. Is that
Sufficient?
all right? Yeah. Is that
Eventually, there will be nothing left. As the ashes burn, as the fire burns, eventually the crowd lessens, and though with sort of the closing remarks, the burgomaster invites everyone to continue partying until the next day. As soon as he gets up on his horse and exits with his wife. As soon as he's sort of out of earshot, the crowd gets to disperse.
It's fucking wet.
Yeah, and everyone sort of stomps home until only the guards are left to oversee the remains of the fire. You can see that Izek is sort of looking up he's at the base of the fire, just looking up at the burning vampires. His hand sort of absent-mindedly caressing the flames.
oh freak?
Case expression.
It's just you can see that his hand is fully inside of the flames. Right?
Yeah.
Sort of as one would,
Petting a
warming their hands by the flame. Except
Yeah.
his hand is fully
in the
inside of the
flame.
fire.
It doesn't. I guess I'll openly watch him as he's doing that. When he takes it out, it's not
No.
the hand
Yeah, it
doesn't
smokes.
change.
It smokes, but it's not on fire or anything. It doesn't burn.
It's actually natatapat.
Eventually, everyone sort of disperses for the night, or is dispersed. Everyone but the people in the stocks have been semi-drowning in their in their masks the entire time.
If there's no guards.
There's always guards.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just around in the area, especially in the square.
Probably looking for the winner.
Are any of them paying particular attention to the stocks?
No, but it's sort of an open space.
Okay.
A clear line of sight from the stocks to anywhere in the square.
I'll say, I'll go up to the nearest person in the stocks, and then since the masks are down, I think I'll sort of, what do you call this? I'll sort of reach up and pretend to like go at it, but in actuality, I'm going to gather up the cloth so that I can put it near their mouth, because I'm pretty sure none of these people have anything to drink the whole time.
Okay, all right. You hear, I guess, sort of the water sort of slushing around inside.
And I'll say something like, you haven't had any wine, maybe you want some water instead. Trying to help here.
You hear the voice of a woman
Oh,
from inside of the mask. rather hoarse. She says she just whispers for things. But that's all. She's weak, definitely. She's only being held up by the stocks. I mean, he's not quite tall enough to kneel while at the stocks, but neither is the position comfortable for her to stand at that angle. So she's sort of being held aloft now by the stocks.
At that, I'm going to. I suppose I still kind of have my tankard. I'll check to see if no one is particularly looking, and I'll just put some of the contents into my hand, and I'll slip it into her mask so she can drink from it.
Wine?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a sleight of hand.
I mean, if it gets on her, what point does it make? It's got there. 15 plus sleight of hand. Pretty good at that. 22.
Okay, yeah. You manage it, and this time she takes to it with much more gusto, and a louder, more vocal thanks emits from it. And then she just says, "It's been so long." And thank you. She's blind to you because she can't see you through the mask.
That's fair. That's okay. I'll just say whatever happens, I hope it's quick. Then I'll just leave.
If none of you are up to anything, eventually people retire. I don't know.
No risk incoming.
You head. If you yourselves are going to retire, where do you head?
Oh, where is Gelfrak going to retire? Okay.
Sure, you can make that.
Yeah. Same sleeping arrangements, I guess.
Okay, alright. Anything to accomplish before you go to bed?
I'll just continue my lessons.
Sure.
I'll just look at my. What do I have? What bird is it?
Cardinal? Oh,
Cardinal. And I say,
It's
what-
been wet all day.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Drenched.
But
Stare.
still not reacting. I say, well, what do you think of me now? And then I just put it away and then I'll retire for the night. Oh, I put out the cameo again and make it stare at the cameo, not at me. Oh, does it still react to the cameo of my parents?
The cameo of your parents, yeah. You put out the cameo of your parents, and its gaze just sort of slowly comes down, and then it begins to sort of bleed from the eye.
Oh god.
As it just sort of drips down its face. It's down its beak eventually, and expanding, pooling at the base of the cage.
As well as your bird's supposed to be doing that.
I don't know. It's the first time I've seen it. Is any bird supposed to not eat and chirp?
That's
And
So you'll leave it there for the night?
does it stop bleeding? No? Okay. Maybe I'll keep
Does it stop when you take it
keep-
away?
Huh?
I mean, will it stop if you want to try taking it away?
Yeah, I'll take it away.
It's like, yeah.
Stop.
Ah, damn this bird. Fine. I'll let it not bleed
Did you
tears.
share your dreams with anyone last night?
I told everyone that Amelia came back, but then she ran away because of the,
Banging?
yeah.
Okay.
With that, you'll spend your how many night?
Still about that. I think this is the third or fourth.
Okay.
In, and then church, and then church again. This is the fourth.
Fourth night. Okay. You'll spend your fourth night in Valaki.
They're pretty cozy.
You settle into the welcome. While in the beginning, the church might have been cold to you. Such a large open space with no real sources of warmth. In light of a damp Barovian downpour, it is now the warmest place you've ever had. As it is freezing, and eventually everyone needs to sort of take a. Father Lucian draws up a hot bath for everyone individually
Oh, nice.
Oh, glorious!
in preparation for your arrival. And
Bless you, Father.
you settle in for what undoubtedly will be the night's new terrors. And with that, we'll end with your path set.
I'd make my hot bath cold.
What limb do you put in first?
My hand, and just touch just to feel it how it's too hot.
Yeah, so you stick your hand into it and sort of steaming first, and as you see that the steam just begins to go away, and then soon water is condensing on the tub. And by the time you're done with your bath, the next person comes up.
Oh, I thought I came in last. Oh, sorry.
Segi
Shit,
comes up.
sorry.
You see that she comes out with fairly dressed now. You can see that she's quite a bit cleaner. And as Segi, you come in, the tub is frozen solid.
I take out my short sword and just
There's an ice pick noise.
What is the order of that?
I'll say
In
that
a Japanese way, I think men go first.
and then I just in a quivering kind of just swim in.
and we'll end there. Thank you for playing. While you haven't progressed your path, at least you've chosen it because it's been such a long time in coming. I'll say come in next session with your 7th level.
Oh yes.
Okay.
With your path now set for you, your hearts have finally decided on which path to go. The fates reinforce you, embolden you perhaps to take greater risks. Come in with your 7th level. Cool. Thank you. And see you next time on Curse of Strahd, Calenites and Barovia.
Yeah. Stabbing win. Stabbing win.